Yo chat, what's good? It's your boy Ray. Hope everyone had a great day, chat. Today we're gonna be reacting to some scary content. Hope everyone had a great day, chat. Today is my first official multi-stream, so we're streaming on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube at the same time, chat. Hope you're all excited for today's stream, chat. It's gonna be a lit one, chat. Chat, hope everyone had a lit night, chat. And it's about to get way better, chat. If you're new, make sure you drop a follow. If you've seen this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. A road to 1,000 subs on YouTube, chat. And a road to 500 followers on Twitch. We're short of one more follower to hit our goal of 500 followers on Twitch, chat. Road to 1,000 followers on Kick. Chat, we're gonna get into today's first segment in a moment, chat. If you're ready, spam W's, chat. Gonna get into today's video in a moment, chat. If everyone's ready, spam W's, chat. Spam W's in the chat. And we'll get into today's video. Spam W's in the chat. And chat, without further ado, let's get into today's video.
This next Nuke Stop 5 exclusive video was sent in by viewer Michael Youngblood. The video was shot near Winchester, Virginia, a city that was the site of some of the bloodiest battles of the US Civil War. Michael is filming his friend Jake when they capture something that they just did not expect.
Let me get you from the front.
Okay. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You recording?
Yep.
Chat, you'll see that walking behind him.
I know my
Chat.
socks are like wet because of the ground.
You.
Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see it? When looking back at the video, Michael and Jake are shocked to see what looks like a mysterious figure dressed like a Civil War soldier and carrying a long, old-timey musket. The creepy apparition silently
Nah, Chat, he had a musket too.
walks across the field right behind them. But Michael and Jake say that they didn't see anyone at the time. So could this be the spirit of a fallen Civil War soldier? Let me know what you think. Shadows of Doubt. It's a normal Friday afternoon in Opelousas, Louisiana, and Dante Saunier stops at a service station to get some gas. Suddenly, he notices something very strange inside a parked and empty school bus across the street.
This bus. You about to go walk up to this bus? Look at that. Look at the children playing.
Chat, that does look like children. For a moment, I thought the children were in the bus walking around.
Look at that. Let's go see. Let's go investigate. An empty bus. An empty bus.
Strange, creepy shadows of children can be seen walking through the school bus, even though the vehicle is parked and completely empty. Dante says that he walked over to the bus and even drove his truck around it, but saw no one and nothing to explain the bizarre apparitions. Dante was creeped out by the entire experience and posted his video to Facebook, where it quickly got over 2 million views.
Nah, Chat, 2 million's
As of
insane.
today, the mystery of the school bus shadows remains unexplained. The Midnight Whisper. Reddit user Mike is up around midnight after his family have all went to bed. He suddenly smells a strange odor coming from the living room, and he suspects that one of the family pets might have urinated on the floor. But as Mike begins searching for the telltale puddle, something scares the absolute out of him. A small, childlike voice seems to whisper, "Mike," from somewhere nearby.
Nah, Chat, that's insane. The fact that the mic could even pick it up.
Mike just books it up the stairs, leaving his dog and his concerned little kitten in the background to wonder what the hell just happened. Now, Mike says that he lives in an old 1850s house near the coast of Herring Cove, Canada. It has a slight bit of dark history, but he says that he's never experienced anything remotely paranormal before this night. In fact, Mike has never even made a single post about anything supernatural until this strange incident that literally sent him running.
Chat, do you all have cameras in your house? In your lounge and just in common areas in the house, Chat? I feel like that's insane. I don't understand, why would you have a camera in your lounge? I mean, like...
The Thing in the Tunnel. Nuke's Top 5 viewer Sophie reached out to us about a very creepy video that her friend Laura recorded in an abandoned railway tunnel in Hassel, Germany. The tunnel was built in 1890 and it was used extensively by German troops during World War II. So, while on a weekend trip, Laura checks out the historic old abandoned rail tunnel. She's recording with her phone when she captures what is maybe one of the weirdest clips I've ever seen. Check it out.
Nah, Chad, that's dark, Chad. Nah, Chad, I think we watched this video, Chad. Let me take a look at it. Nah, but this video specifically, I've seen it multiple times, Chad.
Very unnatural way. Maybe it's an animal, maybe it's a very weird looking person. I just don't know.
That specific video I've watched before, but no, I've never reacted to this whole entire video, Chad.
So you tell me what you think this is down in the comments. We need scary videos, so if you've seen one or even filmed one yourself, contact me at nukestop5@gmail.com. Evil Alexa. Now this next video is about the dangers of accidentally scaring yourself. 8-year-old Jackson and 2 of his friends are having a sleepover at his home in Grapevine, Texas. The 3 fearless young boys decide to ask the family's Amazon Alexa to tell them a scary bedtime story. It was then that they realized they had made a huge mistake.
I don't know that. Alexa, tell me a bedtime story. Sorry, I don't know that. Oh, Alexa, tell me a horror story. Did you hear that? Okay, turn it off. Alexa, stop. Alexa, turn off. Alexa, was that creepy? Yeah. It wasn't. Alexa, play. It's like a...
Chad, that's W, Chad. If your kids aren't listening at home, you put them in a room and you tell Alexa to tell them a scary story, Chad. If you're new, make sure you drop a follow, subscribe to my YouTube, and yeah, a road to 500 followers on Twitch, Chat, a road to 1,000 followers on Kick,
Nothing's scary at all.
and 1,000 on YouTube, Chat.
Alexa, stop. Alexa was
As requested, Alexa begins telling a scary story starting with, "Did you hear that?" The 8-year-old boys lose their damn minds and just begin to scream and yell for Alexa to stop. Thankfully, Jackson's mother comes to the rescue, but she seems pretty unimpressed by their reaction.
What's your problem? Nothing's scary at all.
I think the lesson here is always be careful about letting your kids watch or listen to scary content. I mean, enjoy the video is what I was gonna say there. Thank you. Unholy night. Mariana Ramos says that her father was attending Christmas Mass at his local church when he decided to send her a quick video of the service. When Mariana watches the video, she sees something that gives her the chills. A pale person with no distinct features and deep hollow eyes can be seen amongst the celebrating churchgoers. Mariana
Nah, Chat.
asks her father about the mysterious figure, and he too is disturbed and confused because he says he didn't see this person when he recorded the video. He asks other church members, but no one recognizes the odd stranger in the footage. But here's where things get
Chat, is it wearing glasses or is it eyes out?
really weird. Because Mariana claims that there was one person who did recognize this figure. The church's old priest. The priest said that the person in the video was an old woman who used to work closely with the church. A woman who had died many years earlier. So, is this the woman's ghost showing up to church for Christmas Mass? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
What do y'all think, chat?
You decide.
Let me know, chat. Y'all think this is a script or you think it's legit, chat?
Window to the other side. TikTok user Alyssa is outside with her 2 children one night when the family spots something strange in the second floor bedroom window.
Alright, my daughter's room is up there, and we keep seeing some... Alright, put your flashlight up.
What is that?
Okay, wait, we're gonna look down for a minute, but put your flashlight down. Let's see if we can get it to go again. Alright, flash it up there. Oh, now it's gone. Put your flashlight down. Flash it again.
That's it. I'm going up there.
Put it down. Put your flashlight down. Let's see if it'll do it again. Alright, put it up. Hurry. Oh.
Nah, chat.
Someone or something can be seen peeking through the blinds of Alyssa's daughter's bedroom. But when they shine their flashlight, whatever it is simply disappears out of sight. Creepily enough, no one can be seen standing behind the blinds, and no hand can be seen moving them. Now, Alyssa believes that her house is haunted by a friendly ghost or poltergeist that means her family no harm. So instead of being alarmed, Alyssa and her children just rush right into the house and quickly head up to check out the window.
Alright, let's see if it'll do it one more time, baby. Put your flashlight up. Alright, it. Let's go inside. Let's go inside. Let's go inside. Alright, here's the upstairs. I just want to show you guys. No one behind the door.
Plenty of time for a person to have ran away, chat. And when to go hide.
Here's my daughter's room. It's a little messy, I'm sorry, but just to show you. Here's the closet. I just want to show you there's nobody behind. Nobody in the closet. Here's the window right over here. Nobody. Not a single person up here.
The family finds nothing and no one there. Now, it is interesting to note that shortly after posting this video to TikTok, Alyssa closed her account and seemed to just kind of disappear from the internet. So that is a bit of a mystery. It kind of makes you wonder if that ghost was friendly after all. Walking Among Us. Canadian paranormal investigation team Walking Among Us reached out to us about a terrifying experience one of their investigators had at the historic SDG jail in Cornwall, Ontario, Canada. The SDG jail was built in 1833, and over its 190-year history, many people have lost their life here. Some by hanging, some from illness, and some from horrible violence. Perhaps even more disturbing, many unclaimed bodies were buried right on the property. With a dark history like that, it's no wonder that the SDG jail is said to be extremely haunted. On an overnight investigation, Walking Among Us team member Krista is all alone in a known paranormal hotspot on the lower levels of the jail. She has a chilling experience that the investigators just can't explain.
My name's Krista. Can you please tell me your name?
Chat, imagine this is just a jump scare.
Is anyone coming around the corner? Yeah. What?
Nah, chat, that had to be a real person.
Rafe? No, stop. Ayo. Rafe? That's not f***ing funny.
Krista is freaked out when she hears shuffling footsteps in the hallway near her, and then hears a voice that she thinks is fellow investigator Rafe. But there's just one problem. At the time, Rafe is in a completely different part of the building, filming with the other team investigators.
Probably won't even do the port. Nothing ever happens to me. I'm fine.
Yeah,
with
but maybe it will.
it. Okay, fine. I'll sit there.
Sit for like 20 seconds.
Okay,
See if you
fine,
hear
fine.
anything. I'm the same way, so I tend to just be behind the camera.
Which is more fun.
It is.
Krista is all alone while team members Rafe, Kelly, and James are doing a separate investigation in another part of the jail. In fact, when Krista calls out, the other team member's camera captures them in real time running over to check on Krista.
Is anyone coming around the corner? Yeah. What? Rafe? No, stop. Ayo.
We're coming.
Rafe? Are you okay? That's not f***ing funny.
What happened? No one's there.
Don't play with me right now. He just ran.
Nah, chat, that's insane.
No, we're not upstairs. Yeah,
And they doing their own stream.
So we were in the room doing the ball thing. He went upstairs. I went to the kitchen. He went up.
I heard footsteps.
No, there's not.
And then I was like, hello, is that you? And it sounded like you going, get out of here.
No, that was. He was with us.
Oh, I hope that's on there.
I was with him. Can we take the footage? Or?
You swear to God.
Okay, well, hold on. It's all on video of us, how far
That's
it took
true.
us.
After rewatching the footage, the investigators believe that a spirit might have mimicked Rafe's voice. You can watch this entire investigation at the SDG jail over
Nah, chat, at this point you don't even believe
on the
it.
YouTube channel, Walking Among Us. Who waits in the woods?
Drop a like if you're enjoying the stream so far, chat.
So this is Noah. Noah is not a YouTuber. He's not a TikToker. In fact, he's not a quote influencer of any kind. Noah is just a guy who posted one single video to the internet about something that happened.
It's funny you say Noah. We're gonna be reacting to Face Rock just dropped a haunted video, chat. We're gonna be reacting to it.
Happened to him that scared
Spam W's if you're ready for that video, chat.
the living shit out of him. You see, Noah was driving late one night in the deep isolated woods of Sun River, Oregon. He was getting a bit sleepy, so he decided to pull off onto a desolate country road in the woods to take a nap in the back of his truck.
Nah, chat, I don't understand people that pull over and take a nap for the night in the middle of the road. That's like the dumbest thing you could ever do, chat.
As you can probably guess, it did not go well.
So I was originally not gonna make this video, but a few days ago I was camping in Sun River, and what I thought would be a good location to pull over to the side of the road in like this forest area and sleep, which I thought no one was really around.
I'm currently sleeping in the back of my truck right now. I don't even know what time it is, and there's someone walking around my truck right now.
Nah, chat, what y'all doing in that situation, chat?
If you can hear that, it's pretty loud. He's been walking around
Y'all pretending to not be there, or y'all attacking, chat?
for like 20 minutes already. My in my cab though. I don't really know what to do. I'm a little freaked out right now, and it's like pitch black outside, probably like 2 in the morning, and he just keeps walking around, and he's like really close to my truck. I've never been this scared, and like this doesn't make any sense because I parked somewhere where you can see no one was on that road. He's literally knocking. He's literally knocking.
Nah, chat, that's insane. What's it sound like? Like someone grinding their teeth.
On my truck. The canopy, the back door's locked. I've never been scared before ever. I don't think he knows that there's anyone in here. I'm so scared right now. He's literally peeking through the door right now. I've never been this scared ever. So, the current time is 2:30 in the morning right now. He's still walking around my truck. I'm gonna try to see if I can flash my light to get him scared. So he runs away. There he is. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Eventually, whoever this person was wandered off and left Noah in peace. But the next morning, when Noah cautiously gets out of his truck, there's some creepy evidence left behind.
So I'm back home. This is the day after. He was trying to peek in my truck quite a bit with all these marks. I didn't even notice until I got home. Handprints there, a lot of scratches, stuff like that. Dragging his finger on my side of my truck.
Nah, chat, this wasn't even a ghost. This was a real person, chat.
Well,
insane.
looks like to be trying to get inside my truck. That's really all I could tell from when he was walking around. That's new. Don't know how that got there. More handprints trying to get in my truck. At least the back canopy was locked, but yeah.
Chat, imagine if it wasn't. Y'all think this guy would have tried to force himself in?
That was the result. So that was probably the scariest camping experience I've probably ever had in my entire life.
Drop a follow if you're enjoying the video so far, chat.
Now, the strangest thing about this entire incident is that Noah was parked off the road, in the woods, in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the night. And whoever this person was outside had no flashlight and never spoke a single word while skulking around Noah's truck all night long. So, just who was this? And what did he want? Maybe Noah is lucky that he never found out.
True, chat. That's very true.
Hider in the house. Memo and Patty, a couple who explore haunted places in Mexico, are worried that a vengeful female spirit followed them home from one of their investigations. The couple says that they now experience frequent paranormal activity in their home that terrifies both them and their children. A few months ago, we featured Memo and Patty's story as they began broadcasting their experiences live on YouTube in an attempt to prove that their paranormal encounters are real.
Te ordeno que te largues de nuestra casa.
Hola, madre.
One night, they were woken up by weird sounds coming from outside their bedroom door. When this happened.
Te despojo. Lárgate.
En la ventana. ¿En esa? Sí, no puede, es imposible que haya alguien ahí parado. Y les voy a demostrar por qué. No, miren, ahí está la ventana, ¿sale? Jálale aquí, hija. Ay. Chéquense. ¿A dónde está la ventana?
Since that night, the terrifying activity inside Memo and Patty's home has only intensified, and the couple continues to live stream their experiences right on YouTube. Another night, and the family is already live streaming as they arrive home. They are answering some questions from their curious live viewers when something happens that is truly bizarre.
Por ahí las llaves se quedaron pegadas. Por ahí se quedaron pegadas. Saludos, Gina TikToks. Vamos a darle con Tokio. Vamos a darle
Nacho, was it intruder?
muy bien esta noche a la platicada.
Did you see it? As the family is getting out of the car, Memo randomly pans his phone's camera past the house's window
Right there,
for
chat.
just a second.
Right there, chat.
But in that brief moment, a bizarre dark silhouette can be seen standing in their living room.
What do y'all think of it, chat? Do y'all think this is cap, or do you think it's a real, chat?
Even though the house should be completely empty. Memo and his family have no idea what they just caught on camera until viewers watching their live stream start to alert them. Now, Memo tries to debunk the strange apparition, hoping that it was nothing more than a reflection. But he can find no explanation for who or what this could be. And things only get worse from here. Another night, and Memo starts to broadcast a live stream to YouTube to show the weird prints that he found on his car that was parked in their garage all day. Suddenly, he hears loud banging coming from a storage room inside the house. He hurries inside, and what happens next is truly disturbing.
Chat, pre-WOL, chat.
¿Quién está ahí? Hola. ¿Quién está ahí? Hola. Uy, creo que se metió. ¡Ey, ey, ey, ey! Creo que se metió un animal.
Nah, chat, I would kick that immediately.
Hola. No mames. No mames.
The children's playhouse suddenly moves by itself and just slides right across the floor. Memo fears that an animal has gotten into the playhouse. He frantically checks inside and out. There's nothing there. But, again, did you see it? Something
Chat, I don't see.
that looks like a very tall figure with a shadowy face can be seen
Nah, that's insane, chat.
peeking out at Memo from behind a shelf. Again, Memo doesn't see it and is completely unaware of what just happened until his livestream audience points it out, telling him to go look behind that shelf.
¿Aquí? ¿Cómo creen? Si aquí no hay nada. Está hasta la caja. Vean. Es
Chat, but that is
Si aquí no hay nada.
there's enough space for someone to fit right here. I thought it was closed off here, chat. There's enough space for someone to stand here.
Está hasta la caja. Vean. Es
I don't know, but what y'all think, chat? I feel like if it was live streamed and this was caught on live stream, then he's chilling, then it's real. But if they pre-recorded it, I feel like it's kept, chat.
vacía.
So just who or what is this? Could it be the spirit that Memo and Patty claim haunt their home? Or is this something entirely different? It's up to you. You decide. Thanks so much for watching. If you
Chat, that was a W first segment to today's video, chat. Spam W, chat. Make sure you drop a follow if you're enjoying the video so far, chat. Drop a follow, drop a like, subscribe to my YouTube, chat. And we're gonna get into the next segment in a moment, chat. I'm taking a quick 1-minute break, chat. I'll be back in a moment. Don't go nowhere. W first segment, chat. W first segment. I just gotta change the title, chat, for the second segment. Showing you a preview of what goes down in making streams, chat. So this is basically what goes down. Create your title, chat. Now normally people have production teams doing this in the background, so you don't even see, chat. Make sure you drop a follow if you're enjoying the content, chat. Hope everyone's enjoying their night so far, chat. Thanks for tapping in, chat. Then fire emoji and ghost emoji, chat. And just like that, chat, we're ready for the next segment. As you all could already see by the title, we're reacting to FaZe Scary 72. The most scariest 72 hours of his life. As y'all can see, that's posted 42 minutes ago, chat.
Let's be honest. I've had some pretty insane and memorable. Let's be honest. I've had some pretty insane and memorable moments in 2024. From winning a Cybertruck for my biggest support. Let's be honest, I've had some pretty insane and memorable moments in 2024. From winning a Cybertruck for my biggest supporter in a MrBeast video, collabing with the world's shortest woman, GOT, exploring the most bizarre homes on the planet, helping friends find their true love, 1v1ing an NBA prodigy, opening over $250,000 worth of insane mystery boxes, cooking dinner for strangers alongside one of the president's private chefs, to even being trained by the Harlem Globetrotters. It's safe to say that it's been an absolutely jam-packed year for me. In fact, I had my annual YouTube Rewind video all planned out with all of these fun little moments and achievements from 2024, but something didn't sit right with me. As much as I love the thought of a video remembering these great moments, there was something missing. I felt like it just wasn't a completed story of 2024. But what did I miss?
Whoa! Spanish music! It's random on random right now.
What was that? That was a scary loud growl.
I'm telling you, like, hold on.
Bro.
Like, what? Listen, just enough.
As you can see, we can't remember the good moments without remembering the terrifying ones. That's why in this video, we'll be talking about 3 of the most terrifying moments of 2024. A rewind that I've never done before. One that will surely change your views on spirits and ghosts. This video is long overdue, but better late than never, right? Let's begin. Starting off strong with number 1, we have one of the most terrifying moments of 2024. That is the time that I went to Gettysburg with Sam and Colby. For those of you who don't know, Gettysburg is a place in Pennsylvania where one of the bloodiest wars took place. We're talking about a war with over 51,000 casualties. That's potentially 51,000 souls that can be roaming this one town.
Oh, Chad, that's crazy.
And it all started when I got a text from Sam and Colby asking me if I wanted to join them on this adventure. I'm personally not a big traveler, but for Sam and Colby, I couldn't say no. Sam, Colby, I'm sorry, I love you guys, but I should have said no because of what you guys made me do at the end of this trip. So the video started out pretty normal. Sam and Colby took me to 3 super haunted places in Gettysburg. We're talking places where spirits have been photographed, documented, all that crazy stuff. Whenever I do haunted investigations with Sam and Colby, they are 10 times scarier because of what they've been through. I've seen them do videos that I would never imagine myself ever doing, which is why this trip was questionable to me. Also, not to mention, Sam has a literal spirit attached to him. One thing you should know about me is that I love anything paranormal, investigations, exploring, all that cool stuff as long as I'm not alone. I need to be surrounded by a group of people. I will never do anything scary by myself. It probably stems from the Ouija board because back in the day when I used to play, everyone would tell me never to play alone because you could get possessed or like a bunch of other stuff can happen to you.
Yeah, Chad, that's true. Imagine something has happened to you and no one knows. You're over there busy going crazy, rolling on the ground, all possessed, and no one knows. So you need to make sure you have someone with you, Chad, just in case things go seriously wrong.
I knew I was going to be doing something alone because as soon as I mentioned I do not want to be doing anything alone, I started to realize by their reactions that something might have already been planned for me.
Chad, give me a second, Chad. Just a second, Chad, and we're gonna get into the video, Chad. Yep. To the video, Chad. Yep. Let me grab this, and then we could Chad. Let me get back into the video. Damn, let's get back into the video, Chad. Let me mute this, Chad, and let us be ready. Yeah, Chad, let's get back into it. Right, yeah.
You're not doing anything alone, right?
I thought you said you were staying there literally tonight.
No, that's not happening. Let's all just have a fun time. This is a nice group right here. We'll stick together. We'll have each other's back.
Yeah, we're never gonna leave you alone for sure. The entire video.
So we start the video, we go to these places, and a bunch of terrifying things start happening. We captured a lot on camera, like the things you're about to see right now.
That scared me.
Oh
my God.
Stop it.
No way! James, if you're down.
Ah, chat, that's insane. And that's an insane amount of equipment, chat. They came prepared. Look how much equipment they have, chat.
No, wait, what? Has that ever happened? James, are you down here?
We're not gonna be on this side alone.
Yeah, seriously.
Dude, when she was initially talking about like a parrot. Whoa! What do you see?
What the f? Okay.
Oh, you're
I
shy
do
now.
not know if I am like freaking out, but I just looked through this mirror on the way over there. I don't know where's that like this thing? Oh, behind this thing?
Yeah.
I swear to God, there was like a little like face that was like chilling right here.
But in the back of my mind, I was thinking to myself, what do these guys have planned for me? Like, this is Sam and Colby we're talking about. They definitely have something planned. We get to the third house, and this was by far the creepiest. It was an orphanage for children that lost their parents due to the war. I heard a story about the woman in charge of the orphans torturing them, beating them, starving them, and even chaining them in the cellar. As
chat, that's insane.
you could see, as soon as I walked in, I was extremely nervous. I have no idea why. The place was creepy, don't get me wrong, but I feel like I've been to a lot worse. But there was something about it that I just was super scared about. I think it might be worth noting what happened in the previous home. We spoke to a spirit named Billy, who was one of the few children to make it out of the orphanage. Billy had warned us not to go to this orphanage. Here's some of the footage of that interaction.
Billy, are you still here with us? Yes. Billy, were you in the
Chat, what device is that, chat?
orphanage?
So for y'all that don't know, she's a medium. Apparently, she can see and talk with ghosts. Y'all believe in mediums, chat?
Oh my God, that was so fast. Yes.
Billy, will you go back to the orphanage?
No.
Go back.
No.
Wait, okay, so does that mean you're not only scared of the orphanage back when you were alive, but you're also scared of it as a spirit? It's dangerous to both humans and spirits?
Yes. Oh my God.
That's
I'm so. He recommends we don't go there.
Yeah, I'm with him. No, seriously, like no joke.
Towards the end of the conversation, my beautiful friend Sam asks if they should just send one person to the orphanage.
We just send only one person?
Yes.
Yes.
And when Billy
And who's that gonna be? Rag.
answers yes, for whatever reason, everyone just stares at me.
Stop, guys, you're so weird.
Chat, that thought is much.
You guys think I'm going to the orphanage alone? Oh, it's just Billy, he's saying it.
And that's when I realized my demise was soon to come. I kept the joke going by asking Billy if I should really go by myself, and he responded with this.
Billy, do you think I should go to the orphanage by myself? Would you think that's a good idea? Okay. Oh my God, dude!
I then asked if Sam should go by himself, and Billy responded.
Do you think that would be a good idea for Sam to go there by himself? Watch him be like, nah. No, there's no way. It's gonna be a yes. Billy's awesome. He's super intelligent.
Yes. No! There's no way!
Going into the orphanage, all that was playing in my head was how Billy was talking about it. He was terrified of it. Very rarely do you feel fear from a spirit, but it was very clear that Billy was scared of what lurks in the orphanage. So we get in the building and we walk through this church-looking area, and sitting on a counter was this creepy doll gifted to the spirits of the orphanage. But as the note on it reads, something from the cellar destroyed it.
Doll was a gift to the spirits of the orphanage. Something in the cellar destroyed it.
All signs were telling us to stay away from the cellar. But knowing Sam and Colby, that's exactly where we were headed. And as soon as we made it to the door of the cellar, a man named Tom, who actually lives in the orphanage, gave us a terrifying backstory.
Get down there, first you will see the original stone walls. It's all the original wood beams.
Nah, Chet, I thought this place was abandoned or something.
Inside of a barrel similar to the one that's down there. She would fill the barrel with cold water. She would tie their wrists to the side of the barrel, and their legs would grow weary. Children 4 or 5 years old aren't much taller than that barrel. They've nearly drowned. They're standing in their
my God.
So as you heard, the cellar is probably the last place on Earth that you want to be. Rumor has it that many children have lost their lives down there, and in gruesome ways too. There's no way that these spirits could possibly be friendly. Not only did children lose
Chat, drop a follow if you're enjoying the video so
their
far.
lives down there, but so did many soldiers. And before their deaths, they even attempted to make deals with the devil. It's safe to say that this cellar is filled with pure evil. The time came where I found out if I was going into the cellar by myself or not.
Again, guys, we haven't gone down there because we're saving it for someone to experience alone.
You guys, it's not a joke anymore, huh? You guys actually, like, I would never in a million years, a billion years, ever do something like this, so just so you guys know how much y'all mean to me, okay?
And as you could see, your boy was going down there alone. The thought wasn't so bad until I realized the only way that I could see is through the tiny screen of a night vision camera.
Ah, Chet.
Everything around it pitch black. As I was standing at the top of the staircase, I start to realize the severity of the situation. There was absolutely no going back. Everything started to hit me at once. The darkness, the stories, Billy, the woman who tortured the kids, the deals with the devil. What was I getting myself into? Anybody in the world would have been terrified, including Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Huh? Then they shut the door behind me.
Can you guys stay by the door?
Yeah, we'll stay by the door.
Guys, wait, you're closing the door?
Is that okay?
We just wanted to be kind of dark.
We're right here.
Chet is so lucky they aren't trolls and just started pranking him, Chet.
Wait, guys, hold on.
Or locked him
I
down
lasted
there.
no more than 3 seconds before hearing a noise that sent me right back up the stairs.
Open the door. Hold on. Did you guys, like, walk?
No!
Did you guys just walk?
No, we've been right here.
Wait, there's footsteps already?
Yes, I do
You're
have to
right,
bring
you're
up.
right, you're right.
I've pranked you guys in the past, and like this would be the perfect time to prank me back with something going.
We got you back with Whaley. We're not doing it again. We're even.
The entire scary part of this is that we are not pranking you.
As soon as I got up there, I started accusing everyone of walking, talking, trying to prank me, anything that can get me out of this situation. I don't know why. I was absolutely terrified of being in there. This was literally the closest I've ever been to having a genuine panic attack. I couldn't even form a complete sentence. No one was really
Oh, Chet, that's insane. Just shows how bad fear can take over your body, Chet.
taking me serious. Everyone was kind of laughing about it until I told everyone to just be quiet for 1 second so we could hear something. And next thing you know, we hear this gut-wrenching growl. Listen to this.
Wait, please just everyone be quiet. Everyone just be quiet for a second.
What was that? That was a scary loud growl.
I'm telling you, like, hold on.
And every time I built the courage to go back down there, a new noise was
You all think that was someone's stomach, or do you think it was a ghost?
discovered.
Guys, I'm telling you guys, it's knocking. It's like, come down. I'm waiting for you.
I'm not even joking. Whatever was down there was actually trying to lure me in. I tried one final time. I didn't want to let Sam and Colby down, but I just realized there was no way I was going to go through with it. I know it might not seem like it when you watch the video, but when you're actually there in person, it's a whole different animal.
Oh my god!
That is a full-on footstep down there.
That was like they were coming up the steps.
So the next best option, take Amanda the medium down there with me. The amount of times that I actually ran out of the cellar, I can't help but laugh at now. I've never backed down from a paranormal challenge this many times in my life. But finally, Amanda and I made it down.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck!
Chat, drop a follow if you all think they're gonna see some activity down there, chat.
And as we're down there, we hear footsteps, weird noises, creaks.
You're behind me?
I'm right here.
Okay. Oh my gosh, did you just breathe?
I read.
Okay. I cannot see anything in front of me. Dude, the EMF just spiked to red.
That's it.
It just spiked to red. Okay, that is just way too prominent.
If something's down here with us,
Oh.
Can you make a noise?
Wait, what are these on the table? Is that like dolls?
Stuffed animals.
And as soon as Amanda
Chat, those stuffed animals, do you think those are, chat? Do you think it's that guy that stays here?
turns
I'm definitely thinking it's his.
to record down a dark hallway, something sent us into a panic.
Are there any children? It won't focus down there. Turned off. Mine turned off. It's okay. It's okay. No, panic.
I'm
Don't
so
panic.
sorry.
Don't
I'm
panic.
so sorry. I'm sorry.
Mine just turned off.
Are you okay?
Can you
Nah, Rug's looking for any excuse to
No,
panic, chat.
that my camera just shut itself off?
What the fuck?
Okay, I have my for a like a light. Sorry.
You can literally tell how on edge we were. But regardless of that, we kept going. Finally, we made it to the infamous pit.
This is, oh my god, what is to the left? What is that? What is that?
A baby doll?
This must be the pit.
Could you imagine being locked down here alone?
Absolutely not.
Seeing this in person was 100 times scarier than on video. And I still get chills thinking about it to this day. Standing right in front of the pit, I feel something breathe down my neck.
Oh my gosh, I just felt something breathe down my neck. Wait,
Whatever is behind Faye's rug needs to leave.
something's coming down the stairs.
Hello?
I felt like I was going crazy. I was seeing things at every turn. I couldn't tell if I was hallucinating or actually seeing it. Finally, Colby joins us and things start to settle down a little bit.
It's okay. Hello?
Hello, we're over here.
What might have seemed like a safe walk down a dark stairway ended up being something that I would see every time I closed my eyes for the next week. I'm not trolling either, guys. Every time I would go to sleep, it's something that I would think about. The thought of going down there alone is something that I would never want to go through again. I remember getting into the car with Sam and Colby after, and I couldn't even put into words what was going through my head. It was funny because they've been through so much, and I'm sitting here tripping out about going down into a basement. Obviously, before anyone says anything, I wanted to go down by myself. I'm the type of person that likes to overcome my fears, so that's why
Nah, chat, they had to tell him. How many times did he try backing out, chat?
I tried over and over again to go down by myself.
But it's respect though, chat. I mean, not a lot of people would even step foot in
Also,
there, chat.
shout out to Sam and Colby for being extremely patient with me and not trying to rush me. This was truly an unforgettable night. That being said, let's move on to moment number 2. For number 2, we have the time we tried speaking to La Llorona. So this all started with a typical dumb FaZe Rug idea, wanting to go investigate 3 haunted urban legends in my city at night with my dumb cousin Anthony. So we went to 3 places. The Haunted Tunnel, the Elfin Forest, which was actually terrifying. We're gonna touch on some of that. And lastly, trying to contact La Llorona. So we started off at the Haunted Tunnel, and yes, the tunnel is very, very creepy, but on this specific day when we went, nothing too crazy happened. The only crazy thing that happened were like 3 people who came down at night, and it kind of spooked us because usually no one's really at the tunnel.
Man, I hate
Wait, there's people.
I swear, people.
Wait, legit.
Legit.
There's people in
I had my bodyguard go and check it out, but once we realized that it was just 3 people trying to come explore the tunnel, we kind of paid no mind to it. So we
Chat, imagine how creepy it is being a bodyguard and being sent to go look who's down there, chat.
got some activity at the tunnel, but nothing too crazy that I need to mention. So we get in the car and we start heading to the next place, which is the Elfin Forest, and this is where things actually started to take a turn. I mean, what happened there, I could never imagine happening in a million years. It's all about the timing of things too. So one of the more creepier parts of this urban legend is that you're driving down this long, scary road. It's very dark. You're surrounded by a lot of trees. You're at a forest. Supposedly, when you're driving, you look in your rearview mirror, you might see headlights coming at you at a high speed. A car is trailing you, causing you to swerve, not knowing what you're doing, maybe hit a tree, go off a ledge, go off a cliff. It sounds crazy. It sounds like something that you'd hear in an urban legend, and it sounds like something that would probably never happen. So we make a turn, we see the Elfin Forest sign, and just a few feet behind it, there is a car flipped upside down, windows shattered, cops all over, and a man standing right in front of it.
But there was a car flipped on its back
with 5 cop cars surrounding
and
it.
ambulances and fire trucks, and it was crazy.
Let me just say that in my 28 years of living, I have never ever seen a car flipped like that, especially in the middle of the night in a dark forest.
Nah, chat, that is pretty scary, chat. You normally only see that in movies.
On a road that claims that these things
Have you all seen that before, chat?
will happen. The odds that this
I
happens
know you're capping if you say you did.
are literally 1 in a million. These are the things that actually keep me up at night. Like, I always talk about timing of things. What if I didn't do that video that night and I did it the next day? Would I have seen that? Was that a sign for me to go down that road that night? I don't know, just little things that I think about. It's not like I saw this on the news. It's not like I have a radar that tells me when cars crash. I just so happen to be driving down that road, filming a video talking about the possibility of something like that happening. And there it was, right in front of me. So we get to the actual forest, trying to forget about what we just saw, but both Sherman and I and Noah were shocked.
Oh my god. It just said, oh my god. The witch follows their vehicle in the trailing shadows, invoking complete insanity and sometimes paralysis, then causing the driver to steer his or her car into an oncoming tree, ledge, or cliff. Hold on.
Chat, did y'all hear how crazy that is?
Can I tell you guys what just happened?
We try to lock in on the investigation aspect now, so
Nah, chat, that's insane.
I pull out an Ovilus, which is a ghost device that spits out words that might correlate to
Chat, pay attention to this whole part, chat.
what you're asking. And what? Out of however many words there are in a dictionary, it spits out the word creek.
Creek. There's definitely a
It's all gonna make sense in a while, chat. Make sure you listen to this whole scene, chat.
creek here in the forest.
And now this is where things are starting to get even crazier. You would think that it can't get crazier than seeing a car flipped upside down. The car being flipped isn't even a reason for this being on my list. Now, you're probably wondering, what does creek have to do with anything? Well, for our last urban legend, La Llorona, we
Hey, chat, I just noticed it's in Anthony's setup, chat. This is Anthony's house.
had to go to a body of water. We originally had planned to go to a lake, but it was late at night, and when we checked it, it was closed. We then thought to go to a beach, but we checked it on maps, and the nearest beach was an hour away. Our next option was a river, but I've never personally seen a river in San Diego. Now, I know this might sound dumb, but I just thought that maybe we should get in the car and just drive around. I don't know about you guys, but I've never been to a creek before. I don't know what they look like. I don't know where to find them, but
Same, chat.
I probably just read it in a book or something. And lo and behold, we're driving not even for 5 minutes, and we stumble upon a sign that literally says creek. We also drive past a sign that says the word drown. And if you're wondering how that has any drive past a sign that says the word drown.
When flooded, turn around, don't drown.
And if you're wondering how that has any correlation to the story, earlier when we were using the Ovilus, it also said the word drown.
If there's anything in the Elfin Forest, like the legend of the White Witch, I'm very sorry about your family that was killed by a group of random people. We're just here to come talk to you and get some answers. We have 2 pieces of equipment out. If you can come up to the red dot set on the floor to let us know you're here, or you could speak to us through the Ovilus. Yes. Drown? Drown? Wait, do you not understand what the next urban legend is that we're gonna do?
So now we have the 2 words, creek and drown, not even a mile away from the Elfin Forest where we just were, in which the Ovilus both spit out. Crazy enough, we get to the creek, we find parking, and we get down.
So we found a body of water because in order to summon La Llorona, it said that if you go to a big body of water, then there's a higher chance you can connect with her.
Now the story of La Llorona is very, very creepy. I mean creepy. Now, I don't want to get too in detail about it. For those who know about it, know how gruesome it is, but I will tell you this much. It was about a woman who got cheated on by her husband, and she was very, very heartbroken about it, so she decided to take her kids to a nearby river, and they were never seen again, so you can put the pieces together. I don't know.
Nah, chat. That's actually insane. And yeah, look at it now. It's now a well-known story. And people apparently see a chat.
I don't know why, but my cousin Anthony was just not into this legend. He was very skeptical about it, and he
Drop a follow if you all believe in the story, chat.
honestly didn't even want to do it. He just thought that there was no way that any of these things could be true.
I don't know how that... Okay, see,
Oh, sorry.
you're taking this as a joke.
I'm not. I just wanted to see like how it would sound.
Okay.
I don't believe in this one. I feel like La Llorona, she's not real. Oh, hell no. Oh, Brian, wait.
But nonetheless, I still decided to do it because it was my video and Anthony had no choice. And I also have a large Hispanic fan base, and every time I meet you guys in public, a lot of the times you guys ask me to look into La Llorona and tell me the story, and I get absolutely terrified. So we're finally there. We have a bunch of ghost equipment set up. It literally felt like a fever dream. I just never thought I would be at a creek in the middle of the night trying to call out for La Llorona. Now, one part of this legend that sticks out to me is that if you hear a scream and it sounds like it's far away, that means La Llorona is close. And if you hear a scream that sounds close, that means she's far. I don't know who came up with this, but it just sounds unbelievable. Like,
yeah, nah, chat, that is a pretty crazy thing.
what are the odds that we're actually gonna hear a scream? Well, we did.
When you hear the screaming from far away. Nope, no. Okay, it's a dog.
Not the kind of scream that you'd imagine, though. It was actually a coyote scream, which I didn't think anything of. I just thought it was a coyote screaming.
True, but chat, out of all times that coyote could have screamed, it decided to do it at that moment, chat.
Until Anthony pointed it out, the person who actually didn't even believe in this or want to be there, he started connecting the dots. And that's when it started to make so much sense.
Bro, come on. You're obviously not going to hear actual lady screaming.
I mean, that's just what the legend says.
Yeah, but the fact that a dog far away just started screaming.
If you guys didn't know, spirits are actually known to be able to shapeshift. They can shapeshift into a doll. They can shapeshift into a human. They can even shapeshift into a coyote. Now let me put this in perspective for you. We've been out and about for 6 hours. We've been to the tunnel. We've been in the forest. You name it. Coyote territory. But we didn't hear not one of them. We didn't hear a bird. We didn't hear a frog. We didn't hear anything rustling in the bushes. We didn't hear a damn thing until I mentioned the scream. I mentioned a scream. Not even 5 minutes later, a coyote starts screaming. Are you telling me that that's a coincidence? And just last night, I was going through comments and someone pointed out that the Ovilus said the word shift at the forest, and that completely went over my head. Shift? Shapeshift? How?
Are you shy? He's talking when Boo Buddy was out. Oh, Boo Buddy was the trigger object. Right when we said Boo Buddy, he starts spitting out words.
If that's not crazy enough for you guys, I understand. But let's move on to something even crazier that I think will actually keep you guys up at night. I'm talking about the Spirit Box, which is a piece of ghost equipment that you can really communicate with spirits. It channels through a bunch of radio stations at a very high speed. And very few times you can hear words or even sentences that correlate to what you're saying. And that is exactly what happened in the next part of this video. As soon as I turned on the Spirit Box, right away, Spanish music starts to play.
We're gonna turn on this spirit box where you can communicate with us if there's anything you want to say.
But
it says pushed.
Oh, hell no. Oh, Brian, wait.
Nah, chat.
Spanish music.
That's pretty rare for Spanish music to play. Like, I've seen a lot of videos, chat. It's very rare for Spanish music to play.
It's random on random right now. Wait, I can't feel my body right now.
Mind you, you guys can go back to all of my investigation videos. I don't think there's ever been a time where I turn on that Spirit Box and Spanish music starts.
It's never been, chat.
Playing. Let alone throughout the entire investigation, I don't think one word of...
And how crazy is it that this is a Spanish story background of this whole story, chat?
Spanish comes.
Make sure you drop a follow if you're enjoying, chat.
Out of the Spirit Box. Not only was it random Spanish music playing, it was actually the translation of the song of what it was actually saying. And it wasn't until I uploaded the video and started reading comments, you guys actually started translating the lyrics. What I read almost made me throw my phone across the room. I was mortified. So it was a heartbreak song. To start off, we all know La Llorona got her heart broken by her husband, cheating on her. And the specific words that it said in that moment was, on my way to madness. You get cheated on, emotions are flaring.
Nah, Chet, that's insane.
You go mad, you do unimaginable things. In this case, she did something that no one in the world should ever do when they get mad. It doesn't take a detective to put together the music that's playing through the spirit box and the actual story that we're trying to debunk of La Llorona. The spirit box even goes as far as calling me a pendejo. I am not a pendejo.
It's in Spanish. This is crazy.
Heard pendejo.
Nah, Chet.
Go lie, I heard that too.
Words can't even describe how I felt, not only in the moment, but once I uploaded the video and started reading the comments, did it not hit me how crazy these coincidences were.
Chet, I also want to do this type of content. Chet, 2025 IRL content, Chet. No more reacting. People are going to be reacting to me, Chet. I'm going to be doing IRL content,
The
Chet.
fact that I stayed
Drop a follow if y'all want to see that, Chet.
for as long as I did after seeing all these signs, words on the obelisk telling us to go to the ledge, seeing the word pushed as if we were going to get pushed into the creek, hearing the coyote scream, I definitely overstayed and I need to be more cautious next time. Every time I rewatch this video, I wish I could go back in time and tell myself, yo, bro, just leave. But I do it all for you guys, and I will continue doing so until I'm physically not able to do it anymore. Okay, now let's move on to the
Nah, Chet, that's an insane thing to say,
third
Chet.
story, which is actually the scariest thing that's ever happened to me while doing an investigation. Ending off with probably one of the scariest moments, not only in 2024, but my entire life, is the investigation at my cousin Sherman's house. I've done many investigations at people's houses, like my mom's house, my brother's house, our old childhood home, even a supporter's house. I've been through it all. Something that you guys probably don't know about me, going into these investigations, I am absolutely terrified.
Guys, what is that? I'm telling you guys, it's knocking. It's like, come down.
Spanish music. It's random on random right now.
Okay, you guys probably act.
Chet, I swear it's like Rag's spirit's about to leave his body, Chet.
I try my best not to seem scared in these investigations. You guys might even see me cracking jokes, and there's a reason for that. I don't want a spirit to think that I'm scared. When you're speaking to a spirit, you want to make it known that you're in control. You guys might not know this, but there's a saying that a spirit likes to take advantage of a scared soul. We're talking about possessions, playing a bunch of tricks on you, and in general, just putting you and the people around you in harm's way. So that's why you'll always see me try to crack jokes and lighten up the mood. And 99% of the time, there's a backstory to A, why the spirit might be haunting the home, B, the spirit's personality. Are they touchy? Are they shy? Are they nervous? And C, anything and everything that has happened since the victim started realizing it. Now, with all of this information, I'm usually pretty comfortable with the investigation. But when I heard what was happening at my cousin Sherman's house, it didn't really register how bizarre and crazy these things were. I don't know if it's just because he's my cousin and I'm very comfortable around him, but it was insane. For example, he had TVs turning on in the middle of the night, full blast static, a mysterious carbon monoxide leak that led to firefighters rushing to his house at 3
Nah, Chet, this story was insane, Chet. Let me know if y'all watched it before.
a.m. to evacuate him and his girlfriend.
Guys, so we just woke up to the fire alarm going off, and me and Lizzie were literally fully asleep. I don't know if you guys can even tell. It's like 3 in the morning right now, and it just starts beeping super loud.
And if you guys didn't know, carbon monoxide is the leading cause of poison deaths in the United States. It is odorless, colorless, making it impossible to detect.
Nah, Chet, that's insane. That's insane. They're so lucky they had smoke detector, Chet, and they're lucky it went off.
1 second you're fine, and the next second you're gone. He's also heard weird noises like footsteps, creaks, whispers, you name it. I mean, the guy had a closet mirror randomly falling in the middle of the night, completely shattering, as you could see here. But for some reason, when he asked me to come and investigate, I agreed without a second thought. I remember that night, I was packing my ghost equipment, and the reality of the situation started to hit me. All these things he was telling me could possibly happen to me tonight. But how much of it can really happen tonight? There's only one way to find out. I headed over. I remember as soon as I got there, I was feeling extremely happy. I was excited. I was trying to crack jokes to lighten up the mood. But for some reason, I felt something come over me. I felt like a dark presence was around, but I tried to brush it off my shoulder. I know there's probably some people out there that don't know what I'm talking about and don't know what that feeling is like, but I do know there's some people out there that do know what I'm talking about. It's just a weird feeling where you know something's gonna go wrong. Guys, if you watch closely, you could probably even see it in my face. So we started off with a simple introduction to get a feel for the spirit or spirits, depending on how many there are.
Listen, I do want to start with something simple. This is a dead bell. I've used it in 1 or 2 investigations, but this actually doesn't only go off by physical touch like that. It also acts as an EMF meter, so depending on the energy from the spirit, they can actually trigger this to go off.
So yeah, we have a dead bell sitting on the table and we're kind of just trying to conversate. I started talking about how I had a witch come to my house and tell me that I had a spirit attached to me, and supposedly she cleansed me of that spirit. At least that's what I thought. But as soon as I said the words, she got rid of the spirit, boom, the bell goes off.
If you guys didn't know, I also have a spirit attached to me, confirmed by Patty Negri, who came to my house. She's a good witch. Not only are we trying to communicate with the spirits in Anthony's house, but depending on what came with me from my house, what's attached to me.
This is kind of like a club for giant mixture.
Yes. What I heard is I had a Ouija board spirit attached to me. His name was Baldar. Patty claimed that she got rid of that spirit because it wasn't the
Yo. I remember thinking, is the spirit trying to tell me that it's still here with me? My cousin even said that.
It's literally telling you it didn't get rid of me.
Oh my god,
it confirmed back to back.
Confirmation ring. In that moment, I started to realize what kind of
chat, confirmation rings crazy
night
chat.
This was gonna be. After that, we tried asking a few more questions to the spirit, but nothing. Some of you guys might know this, some of you guys might not, but there are some speculations that this spirit is trying to get rid of Anthony's girlfriend, Leslie. There's a lot of evidence supporting that, but instead of me telling you guys, I'll just show you what happened literally 5 minutes later.
I think Leslie has to...
As soon as you say my name.
Oh my god, it wants Leslie.
Leslie, it wants you.
Oh my god. So backstory really quick. I don't know if you guys know. The last investigation that we did, the Red Book basically told me that they want to kick me out of this house. They don't want me in this house.
So I basically told it like, no, Leslie is not leaving this house. And I flipped to a random page through a Red Book. And
drop a follow if you're enjoying the content so far.
The part of the book that I basically pointed at said, fine, I have an unwanted guest in my house. There's nothing I can do about it.
So keep that in mind throughout the video. After that, the bell went off a few more times, but nothing too notable. So we decided to use a different device called the Ovulus, but this time in a different area of the house.
So guys, this is an Ovulus right here. It acts as so many different devices in one, but my favorite feature from it is the dictionary feature. So it's pretty much like a spirit box where it spits out words, but they're actually clear from the dictionary. So if it makes sense to what we're asking, then we're getting some answers.
I always like to switch devices, switch locations, so I can give the spirit a ton of different ways to make its presence.
Chat, y'all think the Ovulus is legit, chat?
No. The Ovulus spit out a bunch of words, but the one that made the most sense was bar.
Entertain our guests, please. Just
Chat, make sure you drop a follow. We 1 follower away from hitting our goal of 500 followers on Twitch, chat.
show them that.
Bar and alone. I thought that was the spirit telling me that it wants me to put the dead bell on the bar. So that's exactly what I did.
So guys, I'm gonna just leave it here. Anthony, where's a good spot? Just dead center right here?
So as I'm walking back to the room, everyone starts freaking out and I'm asking them what happened. And they showed me that the Ovulus said the word leg.
Wait, what?
What?
Unholy? What? What?
Oh! What? Leg! And remember how I told you guys to pay attention to the spirit's attraction to Leslie? Well, leg is actually Leslie's initials. Leslie E. Guerrero.
It said unholy. Listen, it says unholy, then it says leg. Leslie's initials is Leslie E. Guerrero.
Oh my god!
No, it was
Leslie. And at this moment, I was already feeling a little weird, even though nothing crazy has happened yet. I know it sounds crazy. You guys might be saying to yourselves, there's no way I could have known. But trust me, I felt it coming. So we moved on from the Ovilus and we headed up to the master bedroom where the carbon monoxide catastrophe took place. I had a lot of things planned for that room, but we're gonna specifically focus on the device that I set up facing the hallway, the music box, which is a sensor activated device that plays a specific tune when it detects motion in front of it. As soon as the
the music box is W.
camera turns away from the music box, it goes off.
We brought the REM pod back up here. Hey, stop laughing. Oh my gosh.
Could have been a coincidence, but it does it again.
This is really, really bad.
No, guys!
Oh my god. Okay.
Wait, does it mean it's following us upstairs?
Hold up.
Then again.
Can you walk in front of the music box again? You just did it. Oh my.
Now immediately I sensed a pattern, but it was too early to speak on it. But if you didn't notice, every time the camera turns away, the music box goes off. Almost as if the spirit wanted to make...
Chat, from what I've seen, a lot of these ghost investigations, a lot of activity happens when the camera is like not taking a video of what's going on. So a lot of things happen off camera. It's like it wants you to least expect it, chat, and then it goes hard. Make sure you all drop a follow if you're enjoying the content so far, chat.
Make it hard for us to capture on camera, which is a very common trick that spirits like to play. And boy, was this spirit feeling playful. About 10 minutes go by of nothing really happening. Specifically, the music box has not gone off in 10 minutes. With my theory in mind, I decided to call out, why did the music box stop going off? And almost instantly, the music box goes off.
Why did that stop going off?
Hey, that's so scary.
Oh!
Nah, chat.
Oh!
What? I'm scared.
Put your legs like together.
Every time.
Notice how we kept the camera on the music box for an extended period of time because we did not want to miss it going off for the 100th time. And now everyone else started to notice. And now that the spirit knows that we know about its little trick, it makes the spirit box go off for the first time on camera.
Keep the camera on it. I don't care. Every time you pan away. Oh. You are seen.
No.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
I decided to go downstairs to grab my GoPro to set it up on the music box just so we don't miss it again.
I have a GoPro. Should I set it on there? Where's the GoPro?
Yeah.
It's downstairs. Take the camera with you. Go by yourself.
Guys, that's so trippy.
One thing to note is that before investigations, I like to make sure all my batteries are
Take the camera and go by yourself. It's insane, chat.
charged. I like to clear all the SD cards. I want to make sure there's no room for malfunctions or errors during the investigation. That's always
because that is a known problem, chat. The ghost can mess up with your equipment, chat.
mandatory. So what you're about to see right now has quite literally never happened to me before. I set the GoPro up with the music box perfectly in frame. I hit record and forget about it. I go back to play the Red Book game, and as soon as we're about to begin, I hear a noise that I'm very familiar with. The GoPro shutting off.
I do want to just invite all the spirits into this room. Any spirit that's in this house, if you're downstairs, if you're across the hall, you can come into the room unless you're already here.
What the hell was that?
Oh, I guess the GoPro.
Yo, it turned it off.
I was a little confused, so I walked up to it, and my only explanation is that I forgot to charge the batteries, I forgot to change the batteries, I might have clicked the wrong button, something like that. But as soon as I turned the GoPro back on, the battery's at 68%, very new SD card, and matter of fact, fairly new GoPro. In other words, zero explanation to this malfunction.
It's 68%. It just randomly turned off. What if it turned it off because it doesn't like being filmed?
That would make sense.
Wait, why would this randomly turn off? Okay, it's recording, guys. You can see it. 67%, 2 hours and 27 minutes of footage. So,
but I understand that might not be scary for you. Maybe it was just scary because it was happening to me. But don't worry, you're gonna see something that you'll never forget shortly. As soon as I sit down to ask some questions on the Red Book game, the music box goes off, and seconds later, the REM pod goes off.
okay, let's ask some questions.
Oh my god,
That sounded aggressive.
That sound.
Yeah.
Hey, did that one?
Oh my
That one sounded tough.
Oh yeah.
That one sounded like a big boy.
You can literally picture the spirit walking past the music box and going directly into the REM pod.
Who just walked into the room? The woman looks familiar to me.
Oh my god.
It's talking about Leslie.
No,
Oh my god.
bro. Imagine.
All
Wait.
of them.
Look at this, guys. The woman looks familiar to me. There's something that they don't like about Leslie.
Again, another reference to Leslie. Now Noah claims to hear whispering, so we all pause to take a listen.
Like I heard like a bro that was
whispering or
crazy.
Are you being serious?
Hey, Noah. Noah doesn't lie. Noah doesn't
No,
lie.
I swear. It sounded like a man.
Chat, does Noah lie or not, chat?
I hear a man talking. When I first heard it, it was loud. It sounded like he was like talking to someone.
Then the music box goes off again, and then the REM pod, as if another spirit just entered the room.
What the?
Oh my god.
Dude, did something just walk into the...
Then the music box goes off, signaling that one of the spirits left the room.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, it's like multiple just coming in and out.
And shortly after, the music box goes off for a third time, signaling that the spirit walked back into the room.
Smart.
Yeah, counteract his.
Not an upside down cross out of my neck. Shut him up.
I decided to get deeper into the investigation using one of the most terrifying pieces of equipment that I have, the spirit box. You guys remember the spirit box?
Nah, chat, the spirit box is go
the
to
pre-
chat. I like it, chat.
Previous stories.
This is a perfect time to bring out the spirit box. Go get the
Where do you even find one, chat? How do you buy it, chat?
spirit box. It's your house. I don't know the layout of your house.
Okay, hold on. Let me shut up real quick because I can't see and I'm actually scared. Do you need the headphones?
Yeah, you can bring my bag. Let's go. Thank you, bro.
And now we're gonna get into a little bit of a touchy subject, but the spirits aren't as family friendly as I am. Sherman and Leslie had an unfortunate loss of their unborn child a few years ago. And going into the investigation, we thought nothing of this. Sherman has gotten some comments on his haunted home of people speculating that the spirit could be his unborn child. Again, we never agreed with this speculation. We never paid it any mind. It just felt wrong to even think about it. But once again, the spirit does not care about anybody's feelings. That's the scary thing about dealing with a poltergeist. And what you're about to hear is a spirit playing a trick to get Sherman and Leslie emotional. Check this out.
Are there any spirits in the room with us right now?
Father, thank you.
The first thing that the spirit box says is Father, thank you. Could be a coincidence. We haven't made any connections at this time. And then the spirit box says Mommy.
What are your intentions here?
Mommy?
Nah, chat, at first I was gonna say, maybe the spirit's just thanking God, you know? Thank you, Father, like, thank you, God. But now, nah, it's clear, chat.
Then Mother.
Oh my gosh.
Did you say mother?
Now Sherman begins to make the connection.
Oh, hold on. Did you
Yeah,
hear mother and mommy? Yes. Bro, we reached so many comments that say it was like Leslie's miscarriage.
No, but I feel like they're tricking us.
You can tell Sherman didn't really want to bring it up, but it's kind of impossible to ignore from what the spirit box was saying. Directly after this, the spirit digs even deeper and says the word dad.
Nah, chat.
Oh my gosh.
I swear to God, call me crazy, it said dad. Did anyone hear dad?
Oh.
Dude, just like, okay, look, I wouldn't have done that. Like, I wouldn't have made you pause it.
Later, I realized that the music box hasn't gone off in a while, so I decided to call it out. And as you can see, the music box goes off.
You know the music box has not gone off. Not once. Not once since we turned this on. Okay, we're gonna go back into the spirit box. If you want to come into the room, walk through the hallway, come in. Oh!
I don't like that at all.
But while I was rewatching this part, something hit me. A footstep right before the music box goes off. In the video, none of us reacted because we thought it could have been Noah or something. But after rewatching this at least 20 times, we realized nobody could have made that noise. Yeah, you could see Noah's leg moving, but the footstep sound comes after he stops moving. Watch it again closely.
If you want to come into the room, walk through the hallway, come in.
Yeah, I know, crazy. If you guys find anything, we will be reading all the comments. So moving on, we have the spirit box saying the most bizarre things. Starting off with it randomly spitting out the word inside.
Who are we talking to right now? What's your name? Inside?
We all look at each other confused, but before we could even say a word, the spirit box says this.
In the attic. I heard. Did you not hear that?
Are you trolling?
I heard attic.
Now, in the video, that's all we really heard. But again, with the help of the comment section, we uncovered unbelievable words that came from the spirit box. This is one that we missed. Noah says, "Where exactly are you?" And the spirit box says, "The basement." Listen closely.
Where exactly are you?
Now, this is easily one of the most terrifying parts of the video. After the basement, it says in, and then I ask, in where?
In where? In where? Where are you?
And the spirit box says something that will genuinely never leave my mind. I'm getting the chills thinking about this. It says the living room. I cannot believe we didn't catch this in the moment, but it is so clear in the video. Just watch this.
In where? In where? Where are you?
I remember exactly where I was when I was reading the comments. I was parked in my car reading through comments, and I started seeing a timestamp that said, yo, it said the living room, the living room, the living room. I pressed play. Keep in mind, my phone is connected to Bluetooth, so I could hear so clear. When it said the living room and we didn't capture it, I'm getting chills so bad right now. I was alone in my car. I was genuinely terrified. I called Anthony right away. I told him pull up the video and go to this timestamp and listen to it. Bro, we absolutely freaked out. That was easily one of the craziest connections that we've ever seen in the comment section. Noah then asks, should we be scared? And a clear yes comes from the spirit box. I've never heard something that clear from the spirit box.
Should we be scared?
Nah, chat, I want one, chat. Where do you get it? Like on Amazon, chat?
Clear as day!
Now, all of this would have been crazy enough, but little did I know I was about to witness one of the scariest things in my entire life. So we cut the camera because it started overheating. And as we're standing in the hallway trying to figure out our next move, I decided to tell my cameraman to hit record because I didn't want to miss anything. As soon as he hits the record button, this happens.
Oh.
What is that?
It's a TV. It turned off. Or turned on. It turned on. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what this is.
Oh my god!
I don't even know how to explain this. This is,
dude, are you good?
This is genuinely unexplainable.
As you can see, I'm literally stuttering my words out of fear. I truly couldn't fathom the intensity of the situation. After all the stories, after all the history, the entire terrifying night we had, this was the last thing that I was expecting. It makes it even more terrifying when the comment section told us that the spirit box said in the living room, but we didn't even hear it in the moment. And if it wasn't obvious, the TV that turned on was in the living room. We headed downstairs to turn the TV off, and all I can remember is how loud it was. It was literally shaking the entire floor.
Go look inside of there right now, bro.
Oh my god. We knew it was a close call if we captured that on camera or not, so we decided to stop recording to rewatch the footage. Like super quick. And what do you know? The TV turns on again. The second time it happened without us capturing it.
Let's see that clip.
I just stopped it. Wait, it just turned on again. I was watching.
It went to 9.
You saw the TV volume
I
go
swear.
up.
We decided to record with a phone while rewatching the footage on the camera just in case it happened again.
Nah, chat, and the sound of the volume, chat. So loud.
Now how do I stop it from happening when I go to sleep tonight? It just turned on 3 times.
Honestly, unbelievable. You can literally see the remote is halfway across the room. And again,
we were just
chat, what you all doing in this situation, chat?
reviewing the footage.
Russell, Noah, Leslie, Anthony, and me. No one else is in the...
No! At the volume. You guys! Yeah, everyone is showing your hands.
No, of course. There's no need to prove.
There's no need to prove anymore.
I cannot make this up. I cannot imagine what would be going through my head right now if we didn't capture any of this on camera. Absolutely nobody would believe this. And to top all of this off, you guys noticed the cat ball going off in the other room. And keep in mind, cat balls only go off by physical touch.
To not prove, you have to like.
Oh my gosh! Cat ball went off! Oh my gosh!
Dog, something's happening.
Turn off the TV right now. The cat ball just went off. Unplug the TV. Guys, the cat ball.
I'm like stuck.
Yo,
Anthony.
my house, bro. I live here.
I could have made a whole video just on this investigation. This was by far the most terrifying moment, not only in 2024, but my entire life. I have never been this face to face with a spirit before, and as scary as it was, I feel like I can overcome any paranormal investigation to come. And with that being said, 1 like on this video equals a trip to the Conjuring House in 2025 with my cousin Anthony.
Hey, stop. No.
No, we're doing it.
Nah, Chad, that's insane. That's insane, Chad.
We're doing it. No, and we're not cutting it out.
Get me to 1 million, Chad. Get me to 1 million subscribers before the end of 2025, and I'll go there, Chad.
Yes, we're gonna go. Stop.
Take your clips, do whatever, Chad. Get me to 1 million subscribers on YouTube before the end of 2025, and I'll go there, Chad.
Complaining. It has been your boy FaZe Rug. Thank you guys for an amazing year, and I am out. Peace.
Nah, Chad, W last video for the year, Chad. It was a W segment, Chad. W second segment, Chad. That was a lit video, Chad. If you all just missed it, I don't even know what to say. Go rewatch it, Chad. But yeah, we're gonna get into the next segment in a moment. Chat, I'm taking a quick 1-minute break. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you drop a follow. We 1 follower away on Twitch from hitting our goal of 500 followers, chat. And road to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, chat. Make sure you go subscribe. Don't waste time. Join the army now, chat. Join my army, chat. For a shout out, chat. Before I become famous, chat, you know, make sure you get your shout out for following. And yeah, I'll be back in a minute, chat. Give me a sec. Chat, I'm back. Chat, let's get into the next video, chat. It's gonna be another scary video, chat.
Footage shows a hospital ward with sick patients lying in bed.
Make sure y'all drop a follow, subscribe if you've seen this on YouTube, chat, and also follow if you see it on Twitch or Kick.
This next mysterious video is said to have been recorded in a hospital in either West Sumatra or Malaysia. CCTV footage shows a hospital ward with sick patients lying in bed, but there's something else in the footage that is truly terrifying.
Chat.
What appears to be a small shadow figure about the size of a child can be seen standing next to one of the beds. Hospital visitors can be seen walking right through the apparition as if it's not even there. Even creepier, the story goes that the patient in the bed passed away shortly after this chilling footage was recorded. It makes you wonder, did something come to visit them before they passed? Or maybe something came to take them away. You decide.
Chat, that's insane. But W start to this new segment, chat.
St. Andrew's Church. Stealth camper Chris from the YouTube channel Blot Outdoor Show sets out with his friend Mick on an overnight adventure to the abandoned St. Andrew's Church in Consett, England. The church was built in 1769, and it's been abandoned for nearly 50 years.
We're going to do a stealth camp right next to this old, spooky, abandoned church. It's been abandoned since like the 1970s.
Now, it should be mentioned that Chris is not a ghost hunter, nor has he ever uploaded any videos related to the paranormal. In fact, he says he's a skeptic and doesn't really get spooked by that sort of thing.
I mean, I'm very skeptical and that kind of stuff, so I'm not going to...
Well, we're going to find out in today's video, chat.
Try and condingo, use mandingos, if you know what I'm talking about.
If it's capping.
Now, to make this even creepier, the church is surrounded by an old graveyard. So Chris and Mick set up their tent amongst the graves and, relax. Soon it gets dark, and then the two guys decide to take a peek inside the old church.
There we go, folks. Yeah. Well, like I say, I'm not scared, and I'm not one of these people that get a shiver up the spine or things like this. To me, it's not spooky, but we'll still have a look around. Like I say, guys, it's been abandoned since the 1970s. Obviously, they must leave the door open now and again. I'm out of here. Sorry, guys. What the was that? Oh, I think Mick's filled his pants.
Chat, that had to have been the wind, chat. Pushing the door closed.
I get skin in my dinners only been done these. I think Mick's got a lug of a jogger in his only pedandies. You know what I mean?
What lingo is that, chat?
That's the fastest I've ever seen you run.
The two friends hear a loud bang that spooks them enough that they need a refreshing cold beverage in the graveyard. But after a bit of cold beverages, Chris is able to convince his friend Mick to go back inside the old creepy church once more. It did not go well.
He's not happy about it, but I've convinced Mick to have one more look inside this so-called haunted church. Go on then, Schmick.
You ain't got closer.
Well then. Oh well, I'll go on first. Right, McGee, follow me. I think the first time we came in, I think we just let our imaginations run away with ourselves, which is easy when you're in the pitch black and you're having a few. Just leave that door open, Mick. I mean, I can see why people come here, Mick, and do the old spooky, ghostly tours and look for the paranormal readings and stuff like that. It's not my kind of thing. My kind of thing is sitting in a tent and getting mangled, spangled, and totally grim crankled. But each to their own.
What lingo is he talking, Chad?
Whatever your hobby is. Let's have a look over here, Schmick.
Nah, Chad, ain't no way. Look, it's still there, Chad.
Oh, here we go. We've got a photograph of you.
And of course he didn't see Chad.
Young Chris, are you? Oh, sorry guys. It's not young Chris. Apologies. It's Jesus Christ. Howard and Son.
Milky buttons, huh?
Yeah, milky buttons. What? What the What? Mix away. Ooh, shut that door. What? Right, guys. Oh, I'm not one of these ones that get scared for like that. But that's twice we've been in there, and twice I've heard about. I think Mick's dropped his guts. I think he's filled his pants. It's alright, Mick. I've got some baby wipes in my bag. That was proper dodgy, that like.
Another loud bang echoes through the church, and the two campers have had about enough. They spend the night outside in their tent and don't go back into the church for the rest of the night.
Good night, guys.
But did you see it? Chris and Mick are completely unaware of the dark, shadow-like figure peering out at them from behind a doorway. That is, until their loyal viewers pointed out to them in the video comment section. Now again, Chris and Mick are not ghost hunters, nor are they interested in ever making videos about the paranormal. So just who or what is this? You can watch this entire stealth camping adventure over on the YouTube channel, Blot Outdoors Show.
Hiya! Hiya! Hi, Monday goes. You alright?
Wait, what did he say?
Hiya! Hiya! Hi, Monday goes.
YouTube channel, Blot
wait,
Outdoors
what?
Show.
Chat, ain't no way.
Hi, Monday goes. You alright? Yeah.
Nah, Chat. Ain't no way.
You alright? Yeah.
What did he say, Chat?
School.
Nah, Chat. Need to go back for that one, Chat.
You alright?
Outdoors Show.
Hiya!
Listen to him, Chat.
Hi, Monday goes. Yeah.
Nah, Chat, nah. Gets to a point, Chat. Gets to a point.
Alright. Yeah.
School's out. It's 10:30 at night when an elementary school teacher in Washington is working late. The teacher is busy preparing
How do you work late until the night, Chat, at a
his lesson
school? And you still have to wake up early the next day.
for the next day when he spots something that gives him the creeps.
All right,
I'm just finishing up, putting up decorations for the students when they get back. I was on the smart board, setting things up. I'm taking a step back, and you guys know me. I stay late often. It's just me here and the janitor. And
Nah, that's insane. Nah, this guy's weird, chat. How do you as a teacher stay the whole day at school through all those classes, all that yelling, and still stay at school until the night? Nah.
let me show you.
I wonder how many of his students reacted to his video, chat.
Do you see? Do you see?
Nah, that looks like an average smart chat.
I mean, is that not a kid sitting right there?
Okay, now I see a bit of movement, chat. I don't know, is it his camera or did that shadow just start moving, chat?
The teacher is completely alone in the classroom, but in the reflection of a screen, someone appears to be sitting in one of the desks. Someone about the size of a small child.
Yeah, that's a smudge on a lens, right? I mean, that's exactly what I'm seeing too, chat. That's exactly what I'm seeing.
The teacher later tries to capture the strange reflection on camera again, but whatever that was has now disappeared. But this story gets even weirder, because a janitor who works at the school says that he believes the eerie apparition is the ghost of a little girl who tragically passed away in an accident on school property.
I'm the person who does the cleaning here, and I saw the video of the teacher has. I know that's the girl who died in an accident.
Ah, chat, that's insane.
What is happening?
POV, you see a ambulance pull up and park right next to you.
I wanted to respect their privacy, but they just put a girl in the back of the ambulance.
Nah, chat, that's insane.
And the dad was running, and the poor mom was crying her head off.
So could this mysterious figure be the spirit of the little girl returning to class from beyond?
Now that they put it like that, chat, now you need to reconsider.
I leave that to you to decide.
Y'all let me know, you think it's still a smudge in the lens, or you think it is the girl from that story, chat?
A voice from beyond. Morgan Lambert and her husband Eric are spending a casual night at home in Bristol, Virginia. Suddenly, Morgan hears something that is truly disturbing.
Stop. Like, there is literally no way. It's like not stopping.
What does it sound like?
I'm hoping the camera gets it because I feel like I'm losing my mind.
I just... Is it Nebula?
No.
What does it sound like?
You. It sounds like you.
Me? Wait, like, this sounds like someone's in the house?
Mm-hmm. But it sounds like you. Don't go up there, don't go up there, don't go up there.
Should I call the cops?
Chat, you all heard it. Make sure you drop a follow if you're enjoying the content so far. Road to 500 followers on Twitch chat, just short of one more follower. And road to 1,000 followers on Kick. And 1,000 subscribers on YouTube chat. Make sure you tap in chat for a shout out.
We're upstairs, make sure no one's here.
Are you like messing with me because...
Babe, I really don't hear anything.
Okay.
Okay, it's just Nebula upstairs. I don't. You know what up there.
Let me see if I got her in here. Do you... What was it?
Jesus.
Chat, I thought her husband fell down the stairs or something, chat.
My God!
Dude,
It was under the table.
That thing's full. The cats could not have done that.
That's heavy. Oh my God. Okay. Yep, that'll do it.
Morgan is freaked out when she suddenly starts to hear a voice that sounds like her husband Eric calling out to her from upstairs. The problem is, her husband Eric is right there with her, in the same room. And if you listen closely, Morgan's phone mic actually caught the eerie voice from upstairs. Right after this, a heavy cabinet sitting in the kitchen is thrown across the floor with no explanation. After Morgan shares her video online, worried viewers believe that Morgan might be dealing with an entity known as a mimic, or perhaps even a squatter hiding in her attic. But Morgan says that she and her husband checked the upstairs
Chat, that could be a squatter, chat.
and the attic and found
Not even on cap, chat.
no one there. Morgan believes that she might actually be dealing with a poltergeist because she says she's experienced paranormal events that seem to follow her throughout her life. But as always, I ask, what do you think is going on here? Let me know. It's cold outside, but you can keep warm in some all-new Nuke Stop 5 merch. Now, of course, we have t-shirts, hoodies, and coffee mugs, but we also have blankets, pillows, and long sleeves. We've even got stockings. It's free, and be sure to order shop now. Or, you know, like whenever you feel like it. Maybe after the video. From inside. Angela is home alone at around 10 p.m. at night when she gets a Ring security camera notification on her phone. Angela is expecting her husband to be arriving home
Chat, make sure you drop a sub, chat.
from work, so she doesn't think much of it. But when no one comes inside, Angela is a bit concerned, so she checks the security camera footage.
That was in
What
the
she
chat. That was in the chat. That was in the chat. Make sure you run up my followers chat.
sees makes her blood run cold.
Nah, chat. You know what it looks like, chat? That literally looks like the girl from that animatronic from Squid Games, chat. Chat, if you're enjoying the content so far, make sure you drop a subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, chat. Make sure you also follow my Twitch and follow my Kick, chat.
Behind the glass of the patio door, what looks like a young girl wearing a dress can be seen standing motionless before simply
Nah, that's a Squid Games animatronic, chat.
disappearing into thin air. Now, it should be noted here that the little girl is inside the house, looking out. Angela is absolutely terrified, and she's completely home all alone. She doesn't get any sleep for the rest of the night. 2 days later, Angela still can't explain what happened, so she tries anything she can to try to debunk what her security camera captured.
Okay, so this is the area, the door that it was like standing inside. We don't have anything or keep anything in this area because it's a walkway and it would be really awkward. And then this is where the security camera is. So when I looked at the footage, I expected to see a person. I didn't expect to see that though.
To this day, the creepy apparition remains a mystery. Mimi heads for higher ground. Proud grandmother Cindy Reed from Cleveland, Ohio is babysitting her granddaughter Nova at the family's home when things suddenly take a very creepy turn.
You're so funny. I can't wait until summer gets here so we can go outside and play.
I miss Mimi.
I miss you too. I miss you too. What?
Coming.
What? Who's coming?
Here coming.
Who?
Him.
You see somebody back there?
Him.
Who?
Here.
Him?
Yeah.
Where's he at? Is he in our house?
Yeah.
Where? Show me. Where's he at? He's right in front of you?
Yep.
Who is it?
A guy.
Who's there, mister? What are you doing in our... Where's he at? In the dining room?
Yep.
Show me him. Go show me him. Give me your hand. Take me to him.
This him.
Take me to
Nah, Chet, that's crazy.
him. Show me.
This him.
Wait, let me... Show me. Is he right here?
Yep.
He's in our dining room?
Yeah.
What are you doing in our dining room, mister? What does he look like?
I bug.
He's got bug eyes?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Nah, I got bug eyes, Chet. Nah, that's funny, Chet.
Mister, get. You go back home. You go back wherever you came from. What's he doing? Come on, you're creeping me out. We're going upstairs. Come on. You're scaring me. We're going upstairs. Yeah, you're scaring me. We're going upstairs. You are...
Little Nova says that she sees a man with, quote, bug eyes standing in the dining room.
Nah, Chet, bug eyes is crazy.
Grandma Cindy gets a bit freaked out by the whole situation and decides that they should just head upstairs.
Come on, you're creeping me out. We're going upstairs. Come on. You're scaring me. We're going upstairs. Yeah, you're scaring me. We're going upstairs.
Nova's mother shared the video online and says that Grandma Cindy is very afraid of anything paranormal. She also says that baby Nova still claims that she sees a strange man that no one else can see, and he appears all around their home. The Last Passenger. Japanese explorer Kei from YouTube's Chicken Ball channel travels to the old coal mining village of Yubari, hidden away in the remote countryside of Japan. Back in 1985, a disastrous gas explosion in the local mine tragically claimed the lives of 62 people. Today, the village is nearly deserted. To preserve the city's history, the local government built a museum and preserved the old railway station, along with passenger trains, wedge plows, and coal cars. The old train is said to be extremely haunted by victims of the tragic coal mine explosion. Now it's already getting late when Explorer K arrives at the old preserved train station. His goal is to investigate whether any spirits of the deceased are left wandering the trains.
でこれ駅ですね。当時のこれが駅でホームだったんですね。あ、開いてる。本当に開いてますね。あ、古い車両となってますが。
So, Chet, there was a time that I used to live in this one area, right? And opposite us used to be this one neighbor that owned a bunch of trains, Chet. Like a bunch of old rundown trains, and he used to sleep in those trains, Chet.
Kay sets up his cameras and sits in silence as he listens for anything out of the ordinary. That's when things take a creepy turn.
何この音。
So chat, how long do you think he stayed inside the train, chat? What does his goal, like a whole 24 hours live stream in the train, chat?
The explorer hears bizarre sounds coming from the train car as something seems to get closer and closer. Freaked out by the creepy activity, Kay eventually decides to just go home. But when he uploads his footage to YouTube, he realizes that he caught something on camera that he didn't even realize. His
I didn't realize too, chat.
eagle-eyed viewers spot something downright chilling.
戻って定点カメラだけ一応ね検証という形でやってみようと思います。じゃあ定点カメラの方で検証しますが、まあそういうスポットではないということで何かが映るようなものはないのではないかと思います。なんか音するな。いや定点をセットしたいと思います。
Did you see it? As Kay walks through the train car, someone can be seen seated on the right side. As Kay walks through the train car, someone can be seen seated on the right side. But when the explorer hears a sound and turns around, there's no one there. Watching the footage back,
Chat, that homeless person's playing games.
there was also no one there when he first walked through the train. Kay is completely alone. So, just who or what is this? You can watch this full exploration over on the YouTube channel, Chicken Ball Channel. Scurry videos. So in the comments on my last video, you guys asked for more silly, scary stuff at the end of my videos. So here you go. India Sutherland says that one night her brother Harry heard strange sounds coming from up in their attic. So Harry starts recording with his phone and heads up into the attic to check it out. Harry almost falls back down the attic steps as he beholds the frightening sight of a framed photo. When asked why they would have that picture in the attic in the first place, video uploader India said that her parents just liked the picture and bought it. Later, they took it down and stored it in the attic, where it almost gave Harry a heart attack. This next video comes from Edinburgh, Scotland, where Paul Gilroy and his friend set out to make a scary video. But suddenly things take a not at all terrifying turn. And finally, we have a video posted by Amos the Kid. Now, Amos is an accomplished rapper and musician, but in his free time, he enjoys playing hundreds.
Make sure you drop a follow on my Twitch chat. We're one follow away from meeting a goal of 500 followers, and you won't miss out on any new streams. Chat.
Pranks on his African dad.
Bro, I ain't even my phone. What did I tell you? You need to go back to Nigeria. This country has finished you. Get out of my face!
In this clip, Amos took a photo of him and his dad and then photoshopped a ghost girl into it. Then he sent the picture to his dad to see how he would react. It did not go well. Amos's dad immediately begins to freak out, sending back frantic texts. Then Amos makes it even worse by telling his dad, "The ghost is looking at you."
Yeah. I rebook it. We are going to church this week.
Then Amos's dad insists that his son come upstairs and they read from the Bible together to ward off the evil spirit.
Asher, I'm of the tribe of Naphtali. And after the tribe
Chat, how's his dad so chilled with him laughing and all that while he's busy reading the Bible?
Now, personally, I just wonder if Amos ever told his dad that this was all only a prank.
Yeah. I rebook it. We are going to church this week.
Chat, W second segment, chat, W second segment. Let's see, chat. What should we react to, chat?
Today? Why'd you steal the money, Jimmy? A spectacular crimes.
This is going to be a huge.
Committing a robbery every split second. But despite the speedy cars, raids, and getaways, this is the slowest theft on our list. Here's where things get a bit faster.
Maybe we should react to one of these, chat, and see how it goes. Let's take a look at this one, chat. This is inside Pablo Escobar's $10 billion mansion, abandoned mansions. Now, chat, that is insane. That's money on another level, chat. Let's add this and then yep. Just do this. Make sure you'll drop a follow, chat. It's been lit after lit stream, chat. Make sure you follow and subscribe so you don't miss out on my future streams. I stream every day, chat. I haven't missed a day since Christmas. I don't know about tomorrow. I might not stream tomorrow, chat. Only because it's New Year's and the fireworks, chat. I don't want to be doing a stream and there's a bunch of fireworks in the background, chat. So we might skip out on tomorrow's stream, chat. Now that's actually insane to think, chat. We literally gonna be in New Year's in a matter of hours, chat. Gonna be in the next year in 2025, chat. It's insane. I'm trying to find out, chat, what's my niche, chat. I wanna know what videos do I react to? What's the most enjoyed content? What do y'all see me? What do y'all feel like? Nah, we feel like Ray should be reacting to this type of content because, you know, we want to see this type of content from me. What do y'all think, chat? I need to know what y'all want to see me react to, what y'all want to see me react to, and so I can run it, chat, you know. So yeah, chat. We're gonna get into the next segment in a moment, chat. This, for me, this type of content is
Pablo Emilio Escobar.
It's what I like, cause chat, this is like so insane. You don't see a lot of this content out, chat. So yeah, I'd like to react to it, chat. And it's something that a lot of viewers would want to see. Like, wouldn't you want to see inside Pablo Escobar's mansion collection? Because no one literally shows this, chat. This is hard to find, chat. But I think without further ado, let's get into it.
Pablo Emilio Escobar, one of the most successful, ruthless, and efficient drug kingpins to ever walk this earth. Born in 1949 in the city of Rio Negro, Colombia, he grew from a middle-class lifestyle into a man wealthy enough to be ranked 7th richest man in the world in 1989. At the peak of his power, Escobar was moving tons of illegal drugs around the world. He was ordering political assassinations, gang murders, and even had ties with the Colombian government. Let's just say Mr. Escobar was very good at his job. But we aren't here to talk about how he made his estimated $30 billion of illicit wealth.
Chat, 30 billion is insane. If you're still alive by now, chat, you'll definitely be way worth more than Elon Musk, definitely, chat. And I stand on that. What do y'all think though, chat?
We'll be looking at the insane mansions he spent his blood-soaked money buying. Because if there's one thing Escobar was good at, it was spending. It was estimated that Pablo Escobar was moving 15 tons of cocaine into the United States every single day, and was making about $810 a second. Suffice to say, he had a lot of money on hand, and he wasn't exactly about to put all of those illicit funds in a bank. Escobar would often hide his money in all sorts of locations, including warehouses, fields, and some of the massive estates he owned. One of these homes was the incredibly lavish estate known as La Manuela, which, if you asked him, he'd say was procured completely legitimately.
Pero usted puede asegurar que su dinero nunca ha tenido vinculación con el narcotráfico.
Siempre he asegurado que mi dinero no tiene vínculos con el narcotráfico.
So what kind of home was La Manuela? Well, it was Escobar's very own little escape. When he wanted a serene location near the water to rest and recuperate from the daily grind of running a drug empire, he'd go there. But unlike every other person who simply takes a vacation, Escobar decided to own his vacation spot. So, this 20-acre luxurious estate in the resort town of Guatape was his. It was right on the shores of the Peñol Reservoir, and he named the place after his daughter, Manuela Escobar. Pablo Escobar really poured a lot of money into this place as well. He wasn't going to name any shoddy old place after his pride and joy, after all. The place was decked out with a massive pool, tennis courts, and horse stables. Escobar loved to buy all sorts of vehicles, land, sea, and sky alike. It was noted that he bought himself 15 private jets and 6 helicopters. So, of course, La Manuela was going to have a helipad big enough to play football on, and a seaplane dock. When you're a drug lord as powerful as Escobar was, pretty much nowhere is safe. Even La Manuela wasn't much of an escape. He built guard towers on the property, so no one was getting in there without his permission. And yet, just 8 months before his death, it fell to an enemy attack. 200 kilograms of TNT was stuffed into one of its bathrooms and detonated, blowing up a sizable chunk of the building. After that, La Manuela was abandoned
That's insane.
and slowly reclaimed by nature. It's currently dilapidated and covered in plants. On the bright side, people do often play paintball in its ruins, so it's not a complete waste. La Manuela was likely one of the many homes Escobar would hide some of his massive wealth. After his death, people would visit the estate and tear the place apart looking for abandoned loot. According to Escobar's brother, about 10% or $2.1 billion was written off from their earnings annually. Thanks to the strange locations they would hide their money, they just assumed it had been eaten by rats or destroyed by the elements. In some cases, it was simply lost. Another one of Escobar's homes was the estate known as Hacienda Nápoles, Spanish for Naples Estate. This was a home that really expressed Escobar's more
Chat, this home was iconic, chat. If you know, you know.
fun-loving and playful side, as his wife recalls.
Conocer a Disney siempre es un sueño de cualquier ser humano. El papá se volvía un niño en ese parque con Sebas. Se subía a todas las montañas rusas así se muriera del pánico porque no le gustaban las montañas rusas, pero igual todo lo que fuera posible para ver a Seba feliz.
Hacienda Nápoles was built in Puerto Triunfo, Colombia. The estate covered an insane 7.7 square miles of land. That's even bigger than Disneyland Paris. All that just for him and his family to live in. It was filled with a few attractions as well, to give it that theme park feel. The estate included a Spanish colonial house, a sculpture park, and a zoo that housed all sorts of exotic animals. There was a bull ring and a kart racing track, simultaneously keeping his family safe and entertained inside this heavily guarded estate. Remember when I mentioned Escobar's love for vehicles? Hacienda Nápoles was big enough to have a private airport. After all, he needed somewhere to store his private jets. And the home somehow still had enough space to store his massive collection of vintage and luxury cars. Following Pablo Escobar's death in 1993, many of the original buildings on the property were demolished or reconditioned for other purposes, and it's now been converted into a family-friendly theme park, built on top of the legacy of a very family-unfriendly man. Not all of Escobar's homes were in Colombia. For good reason too. Not everyone in Colombia was exactly a fan. One of these homes away from home was La Casa Grande, which he built on the tiny Caribbean island of La Isla Grande. On an island with a population of just over 1,000 lies one of Pablo Escobar's largest estates, and it was only accessible by a special boat from Cartagena. This was not a home for the prying eyes of the public. At the peak of its grandeur, La Casa Grande was so big that it had over 300 exquisitely furnished rooms, with solid gold shower.
Chat, what?
Was so big that it had over 300
rooms is insane, chat.
Exquisitely furnished rooms, with solid gold shower heads in every single bathroom. This home stands as a testament to just how much money Escobar really had, and how despite his best efforts to spend it all, he never could quite exhaust it. When building this secret party home, Escobar commissioned a giant complex that would feature a mansion with resplendent white walls, an enormous swimming pool, a helicopter landing pad, and a dock. Making your way to this mansion would have required hours of trekking through the Caribbean forest, only to catch a glimpse of La Casa Grande before being turned around by an armed guard. After Escobar's death, the mansion in La Isla Grande came under government ownership and steadily fell into ruin. the sprawling complex that once held elaborate meetings between some of the most powerful men of the underground had become reclaimed by nature. La Casa Grande didn't get the treatment some of Escobar's other properties got. It's been left abandoned and forgotten, a dilapidated shell of what it once was. You can't even find it on Google Maps. During his lifetime, Pablo Escobar was able to build and acquire several properties, both at home and abroad, some of which were for himself, and some were for the impoverished communities of Colombia. Suffice to say, not every one of his homes was a massive mega mansion. An example of this was his comparatively less outrageous property in Medellin, a city in Colombia, and the home was called the Monaco Building. But yet, it was occupied by Escobar for several years. It was a grey, 6-story tall building with beautiful decor, and on top of it was Escobar's special place, an incredibly decked out penthouse. Escobar occupied the Monaco Building for several years, that is, until 1988, when it was bombed by a rival cartel, forcing the kingpin to abandon it, and it remained abandoned for several decades, even after Escobar's demise. After Escobar's death, it became a tourist site. People would come to see where the famed drug lord once lived. In 2018, it was demolished by city officials in an attempt to move past the painful history the building represented, and has since been turned into a memorial for the victims of Pablo Escobar. Being the
chat, that's pretty weird. But make sure you all drop a follow, chat, so you all don't miss out on such exciting content.
most powerful drug lord in all Colombia meant Escobar lived a life that had him avoiding rival drug cartels and avoiding police at the same time. With the trajectory his life was taking, he would either end up dead at the hands of a rival gang or rotting in prison for the rest of his days. But being the powerful man Pablo Escobar was, he somehow found a way to avoid imprisonment by the United States while being protected from the people that wanted his head.
Pablo's mentality had always been from the beginning that he would rather die in a hail of bullets than be extradited to the United States.
Using his immense wealth and influence, he managed to convince or coerce local authorities to allow him to build his own prison, meaning he would technically be imprisoned, but on his own terms. And remember, this is Pablo Escobar we're talking about. So of course this wasn't your typical government-sanctioned, self-built prison. This is how La Catedral, also referred to as Hotel Escobar, was born. This prison wasn't exactly built to keep Pablo in, instead functioning more to keep his enemies out. It had optimal defense capabilities, it was constructed on a foggy mountainside to prevent any attacks by air, and it was guarded by men Pablo specifically picked. Let's just say if you could manage to find the place at all, you definitely weren't getting in there alive. La Catedral got the nickname Hotel Escobar because the place was nothing more than a 5-star hotel, built so Escobar could play prison. The place was replete with every modern convenience he could imagine. It had a casino where he could gamble with the men he hired to guard him. He built a playhouse for his daughter Manuela. There was a spa, and there was a football field since Escobar was such a lover of the sport. He even once had the Colombian national team brought all the way up to his mountain prison, where he showed them great hospitality and they played some football together. Escobar didn't let pretending to be in prison keep him away from the outside world. He would often host many guests and throw parties in La Catedral. The place had been built with several luxuriously furnished rooms after all, and he wasn't going to let it go to waste.
Ballroom in there. They had casino games too. Wow. They say Frank Sinatra came up here one time to play for him.
But that wasn't all Escobar
that's insane.
built into his prison. He was sure to outfit the place with state-of-the-art communication devices, allowing him to run his drug empire from afar. It almost seemed like there was no getting rid of Pablo Escobar. He was destined to terrorize Colombia for decades to come. Of course, we now know that's not how the story ends. Although the government was willing to turn a blind eye to Escobar continuing to run his drug empire, the arrangement fell apart when it was reported that he had 4 of his lieutenants tortured and murdered in La Catedral. The Colombian government decided it had to move Escobar to a standard prison, an order Escobar refused. After serving 1 year and 1 month in La Catedral, Escobar once again went on the run. The ensuing manhunt employed a 600-man unit force, specially trained by the United States Delta Force. It was named Search Block and led by Colonel Hugo Martinez. And on December 2nd, 1993, Escobar was shot and killed by the men the government had sent to chase him down. As for La Catedral, well, the prison that once housed the most dangerous and powerful drug lord in the world has been converted into a monastery, which does have a tinge of irony to it. Most of the original structures in La Catedral have been torn apart by people looking for abandoned Escobar treasure. After that, La Catedral was left abandoned, a shell of its former self, for several years, until 2007, when a group of Benedictine monks arrived at the site and transformed it. Today, it's used as a place for religious pilgrimages, and it's a lot more wholesome than it used to be. It even features a memorial to the victims of Escobar's cartel. Pablo Escobar owned a lot of property in his lifetime. By now, they've either been abandoned, left to be reclaimed by nature, or turned into something positive and used to remember the victims of Escobar's harsh reign over Colombia. What do you think about Escobar's many mansions? Were they a bit much, even for a drug kingpin? If you enjoyed this video, then you're in luck. We have even more Escobar content right on this channel. Click on the video on the screen to check out 10 things Netflix is hiding about Pablo Escobar.
Nah, chat, that's insane. Nah. What do y'all think of that, chat? Chat, that was a W video, chat. That was a W. If you just joining, make sure you drop a follow so you don't miss out on future content, chat.
It comes to
Let's take a look at this, chat. How does Pablo versus El Chapo compare, chat?
When it comes to illegal drug smuggling, we know two names all too well. Pablo Escobar.
Chat, why is
When it comes
my video lagging, chat? Can everyone drop a follow, chat? We're literally one follow away from hitting our goal of 500 followers on Twitch, chat. Make sure you also subscribe to my YouTube, chat. And follow my Kick. I'm doing my first ever multi-stream on YouTube, Kick, and Twitch all at the same time, chat. So make sure you all run it up, chat. Without further ado, let's get into the video, chat.
To illegal drug smuggling, we know two names all too well. Pablo Escobar and El Chapo. They've both been the subject of countless television series, movies, books, and various other pieces of entertainment. Still, while they both became famous for similar things, they're incredibly different people. We're going to take a look at Pablo Escobar and El Chapo and see how they compare, which one was the best and worst at what they did throughout their high-profile drug trafficking careers. Childhood: Escobar, born 1949. Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria was born on December 1st, 1949, in the Antioquia Department, Colombia, in the city of Rio Negro. Escobar's mother was a school teacher, while his father was a cattle farmer. His family was large, as Escobar was one of 7 kids. Overall, his family's financial situation wasn't dire. They managed to not only survive, but live a reasonably comfortable life. Escobar lived in an area with a lot of narcotics, so he began purchasing marijuana for himself to enjoy. Still, he saw that something about the narcotics business could earn him a lot of money. He made an important observation about American tourists, who he realized were embracing cocaine in abundance. Escobar had been engaged in numerous illegal activities. Still, seeing the power of this prevalent white powder in Colombia, he knew there was an opportunity to make money, and a lot of it. So, how does that compare to El Chapo's childhood? Childhood: El Chapo, born 1957. Joaquin Archivaldo Guzman Loera was born on April 4th, 1957, in Sinaloa, Mexico. His family wasn't wealthy, and he lived in the rural part of Sinaloa, in the rural community of La Tuna, Badiraguato. His mother was the one who kept their large household together, while Joaquin's father was a cattle rancher, just like Escobar's. However, contradictory evidence suggests that it's possible, not confirmed but possible, that he was an opioid farmer. His childhood saw Joaquin adopting a business mindset by selling oranges on the street. He'd eventually drop out of school and begin working with his father. However, as he grew older, he began turning to more lucrative sources of income. El Chapo was kicked out of his home while he was in his teens. He was forced to make it on his own. At age 15, he began selling marijuana. Eventually, he'd quit the farm work and turn his full attention to what was once a side hustle. Like Escobar in his childhood, this was just the beginning of his foray into the narcotics market.
Chat, getting kicked out is insane, chat. Oh, that's bad.
Rise to power, Escobar. Escobar's rise to power truly began in 1975. While by this point he'd already been buying, refining, and selling cocaine to the United States, it was about to get serious. He'd already been doing well on his own, but when the Medellin cartel lost their leader, drug lord Fabio Restrepo, Escobar stepped in and filled the vacuum left by the slain leader. This self-made millionaire was on the way to billionaire status. His reign as the leader of the Medellin cartel was marked by exceptional growth and domination of the narcotics trade across North and South America. He massively expanded the organization's production, distribution, and in turn, their influence and bottom line. It didn't take long for Escobar to be responsible for 80% of the United States' illegal cocaine supply. Rise to power, El Chapo. El Chapo started early, working...
Chat, give me a second, let me edit this quick, chat. Hope everyone's enjoying the video so far, chat. Hope everyone is enjoying. This is accident, chat. Make sure to drop a follow, chat. Drop a follow so you don't miss out on any future content, chat. As you'll see, we're getting to lit content, chat. Let's copy this, chat. Copy that. Okay, chat. Hope everyone's having a great night, chat. Without further ado, let's get back into the video, chat.
For a series of drug cartels in Mexico. In the 70s, he worked for drug lord Hector El Guerra Palma. He oversaw the transportation of drugs and their shipments from the Sierra Madre to urban areas near the US-Mexico border. In the 80s, he worked for Mexico's leading crime syndicate, the Guadalajara cartel. They were all spearheaded by Miguel Ángel Félix Gallardo, also known as El Padrino, or the Godfather. His reputation was well known amongst his colleagues and adored by the higher-ups. He was ruthless. If shipments were short or not on time, or if anyone showed disloyalty, there was only one answer: death. He was constantly given more power, and when El Padrino was arrested in 1985, he became the leader and quickly worked to become a prominent figure in the narcotics trade that ruled South America. His ascension to the throne wasn't achieved without bloodshed. It was a truly violent time, but the ruthless El Chapo came out victorious in the end. Personal life: Escobar. On a more personal level, in 1975, Escobar married Maria Victoria Henao Vallejo, a 15-year-old at the time. They'd have 2 children together, Juan Pablo and Manuel.
Chet, how old was he at that time, Chet? Did I say?
On a more personal level, in 1975, Escobar married Maria Victoria Henao Vallejo, a 15-year-old at the time. They'd have 2 children together, Juan Pablo and Manuela. It was widely known that Pablo wasn't a faithful man, and he regularly engaged in infidelity. He had a preference, and judging by his wife's age when the two married, it's likely easy to understand what that preference was. Despite the affairs, the two remained together for the remainder of Pablo's life. Personal life: El Chapo. El Chapo's personal life differs from Escobar's. He married Alejandrina Maria Salazar Hernandez in 1977. The couple had 3 kids, and they lived in Jesus Maria, Sinaloa. Their marriage wouldn't last forever, as he eventually fell in love with a bank clerk named Estela Peña of Nayarit, whom he'd kidnapped and slept with. Addicted to love in all of the worst places, El Chapo would marry again in the mid-80s to Griselda López Pérez, with whom he'd have 4 children. The third time really is the charm. Well, not really. He went and married another girl, this time 18-year-old Emma Coronel Aispuro, in 2007, and López Pérez was actually arrested in 2010. The couple had twins, and she was later arrested in 2021 after admitting to helping El Chapo run his empire. Many of El Chapo's children and former wives are either in jail or dead as a result of being wrapped up in a dangerous world of narcotics. While Escobar was unfaithful, between the two of them, he was more of the family man, as much as one can be in this fast and loose world of the illegal drug trade. Influence: Escobar. Escobar held considerable leverage and therefore had a significant amount of influence over the government, local law enforcement, and just about everything he felt necessary to intervene in. In addition, he was known for being a ruthless man, and he had a method for dealing with enemies: plato a plomo, which means silver or lead. His methods for politicians started at bribery, but if you continued opposing him, he'd make sure you never lived long enough to do anything that might hurt him. He didn't kill based on any criteria other than who was the enemy. If you were rich, poor, a politician, or a farmer, these details simply never factored into the equation. The amount of people Escobar's been responsible for killing is unknown, but the estimates run in the thousands. His most targeted victims were judges, politicians, journalists, criminals, and any member of law enforcement. Influence: El Chapo. Drug lords know how to obtain influence, money, and threats. He had everyone in his back pocket all across Mexico. When he was arrested in 2001, he paid $2.5 million to escape from prison. Considering how many times he's
Chet, that's insane.
escaped over the years, it's safe to assume he's paid a lot of money to prison guards and wardens in order to silence them. While people were searching for him, he brazenly had a wedding with politicians and policemen in attendance. There might have been an aggressive war against cartels and drugs in 2006 and 2007, but he was living his best life with the very people pretending to be after him. Pinnacle of power: Escobar. The mid-80s saw Escobar at the height of power. He was ranked the 7th richest person in the world by Forbes. In addition, he'd created an empire that included criminals, soldiers, mansions, apartments, airstrips, planes, and even a zoo, all of which was spread across Colombia, further expanding his influence. He made sure to focus on the Medellin area, ensuring that the residents of the city felt his presence as a positive thing, not a negative. His cartel spent millions renovating and building schools, parks, stadiums, churches, and homes. He was, to some, a hero, and for others, the world's most wanted criminal. Pinnacle of power: El Chapo. El Chapo was diversifying. He wasn't just selling tons of cocaine, but also meth. He manufactured and sold directly to the market. It was almost like a farm-to-table type of vibe, but more deadly, I guess. His power in the region was only expanding. He had so many people working for him, and his empire was expanding rapidly. He was the new godfather of various cartels across Mexico. They all answered to him. The fall: Escobar. For over a decade, Escobar had been a target of law enforcement agencies in Colombia and various parts of the world, especially the United States. Finally, as a result of his intense scrutiny from the US and the inability to influence them as effectively as he had the Colombian government, he made a deal. He turned himself in and spent 5 years in prison. The catch, however, was that he designed the private prison himself and chose its location.
No, chat, that's 100 IQ, chat. That's 100 IQ. Who would ever think of doing this shit?
Taking advantage of this, Escobar built himself a palace. La Catedral had features that didn't make it worthy of the title prison. Jacuzzis, endless rooms, a dance floor, a soccer field, and more populated this luxurious prison. He still ran his empire during this time and had endless guests visiting. This was house arrest, not prison. He took it a step too far. According to the Colombian government, in 1992, when he ordered the hit on 2 of his underlings, the 2 were brought to his prison and murdered. They then planned to take him to a regular prison, and that's when he escaped. Everyone was looking for him, and eventually he was found in 1993. They wanted him in jail, but a shootout ensued, and Escobar ultimately was taken out for good. He was shot in the torso and leg, and a fatal shot to the head. Nobody is sure if Escobar committed suicide, knowing it was game over, or if one of the Colombian police officers got lucky. Either way, Escobar's reign over the Medellin cartel was over. The empire went into ruins. Without their fearless leader, their influence dwindled until it was non-existent. The fall, El Chapo. Eventually, in 1993, Guzman would be arrested and sentenced to 20 years in a maximum security prison. He managed to bribe guards, so he constantly had visitors, and still managed to run his empire. He escaped in 2001 thanks to a bribe made out to a prison guard. By 2009, he'd successfully expanded his empire while in hiding, and even became a billionaire. In 2012,
Nah, chat, that's insane.
He'd successfully expanded his empire while in hiding, and even became a billionaire. In 2012, the US were over his antics and froze his accounts, as well as offering rewards for information. And in 2014, they got him. The US wanted him, but Mexico was convinced he wouldn't escape again. They were wrong. 18 months later, he escaped through the most insane underground tunnel system that had been dug under the prison, directly in
30-foot tunnel underground, chat. Nah, like these people have like plus 100
to
IQ,
his
chat.
cell. In January 2016, Guzman was again apprehended and taken back to the same prison before he was ultimately moved to a prison near the border. In January of 2017, he was extradited to the US, where he remained while he was on trial. The trial went on for a little over a year and resulted in El Chapo being found guilty and sentenced to life in prison plus 30 years and an order to pay $12.6 billion in restitution. The legacy.
Chat, what happens if he doesn't pay? What happens after that, chat?
Escobar. There's no arguing that Escobar has managed to sustain a pretty impressive influence. He's been the subject of so many movies, series, books, podcasts, merchandise, you name it. While he's viewed as a criminal, he's been almost glamorized to a degree. Now, when people think of Escobar, it's usually not in fear or disgust, but as if they're remembering a legend. The legacy, El Chapo. El Chapo's legacy is different from Escobar's. When El Chapo was sent away to jail for life, the cartel carried on without him. Unlike the Medellin cartel, which took a nosedive, his cartel remained one of the largest narcotics importers. Like Escobar, he's had movies, series, games, and books based on his life and crimes, but definitely not to the same extent. Perhaps El Chapo's crowning achievement is the intricate ways he smuggled drugs across the border, or in some cases, under the border. He had a series of tunnels under the border that were air-conditioned, which sounds insane, but it's very true. Escobar versus El Chapo. They both lost in the end, but Escobar was a winner until he died, while El Chapo languishes in prison, defeated. Much of El Chapo's success is owed to Escobar's death. When Guzman's Sinaloa cartel began rising through the ranks in 1989 and 1990, it was because of the Medellin cartel's waning influence. There's a stark difference between these two kingpins. One was integral to the survival of a thriving cartel, and the other, while influential, lost everything. Power, money, influence in his cartel, all of it just gone. If this was a battle of the kingpins and drug lords, Escobar wins. While Escobar is no longer with us and El Chapo is behind bars, there's no stopping what the world of narcotics is. There may never be another Escobar or El Chapo, but there's always a wannabe looking to be the kingpin. When it comes to
Nah, W, chat. That was a W, chat. What y'all thinking, chat?
where things get a bit faster.
Let's take a look at this chat. Make sure you all drop or follow chat if you're enjoying the content so far, chat. This is the smartest thief in history. It stole $109 million in just 27 seconds, chat. Can we get a follow on my Twitch, chat? Short of 1 follower to hit my goal of 500 followers on Twitch, chat. If you've seen this, please drop a follow on my Twitch so I can get to 500 followers, chat. That's my goal. It's my goal, chat. Chat, what you all up to? What's everyone up to, chat? Hope everyone's enjoying the content. We're gonna get into it now, chat.
When committing a robbery, every split second counts.
Just a second, chat. I almost forgot to drop this into my Kick. So basically, Kick's different. It's not the same as what's it called? As the rest. Also, how I just uploaded the stream title and the go live notification for my other social media platforms. So with Kick doesn't have that integrated into it, so you literally have to go change your title on Kick by itself. It doesn't automatically do it the way I just done it. But anyway, chat, let's get into it. The smartest thief in history, $109 million stolen in just 27 seconds.
When committing a robbery, every split second counts. Thieves can be incredibly sophisticated and sometimes pull off million-dollar robberies within the blink of an eye. Taking a whistle-stop tour of famous heists around the globe, here are some of the fastest thefts in history. Dubai. Our first stop is in Dubai, in a brazen heist that took them only 170 seconds. What you'll find with most robberies on the list is that the fastest high-profile thefts involve jewelry. To rob a bank, there are various barriers and security measures put in place to stop someone from accessing their cash. With jewelry stores, you simply need to go into the store, smash the glass, take the expensive jewels inside, and run for the hills. In 2007, shoppers at Wafi Mall in Dubai witnessed something from a Hollywood movie, and the chain of events could only be fully understood when looking back on the CCTV cameras. One car drives through the glass windows of the mall while another vehicle follows. The cars move inside this mall towards a jewelry store. One car stops and a man with a gun comes out and checks the surroundings. The other car then barges into the door of a Graff jewelry store. Carrying a gun and a hammer, the man smashes all of the glass casings and helps himself to some highly expensive jewelry. He takes $3.4 million worth of jewels and then speeds off. The gang had come and gone within the space of 170 seconds. It was revealed later that the cars they used were stolen too. The gun he was carrying turned out to be fake and was used as a way to scare people off and make sure nobody tried to make themselves
Nah, chat, that's crazy.
hero. The thieves drove down Za'abil Road where they burned down the 2 brand new Audi cars they had just stolen in order to destroy any evidence. This heist, along with others on this list, is believed to be perpetrated by a gang of jewelry thieves known as the Pink Panthers, named after the Pink Panther comedy and crime movie series. While they are incredibly effective jewelry thieves, they are much more bloody and ruthless than those portrayed in the movies. Let's just say, there's nothing to be laughed at when these guys are at work. When they orchestrated their heist in Dubai, the thieves tried to flee the country. Luckily, Dubai police captured 2 suspects before they could make their way across the border. As well as the 2 stolen Audis, the group had rented a more modest Nissan Sunny for their getaway, and the Emirati police found the jewelry in this car. It was until 2014 that a 3rd suspect was found. He was arrested by the Spanish authorities and then handed over to the UAE in 2015. And to rub further salt in their wounds, their heist car is now on display at the Dubai Police Museum to reflect the police's ingenious work in
Chat, that's insane. Dubai police don't play games, chat.
cracking the case. But despite the speedy cars, raids and getaways, this is the slowest theft on our list. Here's where things get a bit faster. London. Our next heist takes us to merry old England and, funnily enough, to another Graf Diamond store on New Bond Street. At 4:40 p.m, 2 men dressed in suits walked in, posing as customers. While they did not wear any masks, this is not actually what they look like. Before the robbery, they told makeup artists that they were making a music video and needed their appearance completely altered. The makeup artists recalled that one told the other, "My own mother wouldn't recognize me now," to which the other replied, "That's got to be a good thing, hasn't it?" Once inside, they pulled out handguns and ordered the staff to get down on the floor. Then they forced the shop assistant, Petra Enar, to open the display cabinets. It took them 2 minutes to collect $65 million worth of jewelry.
These are some of the 43 jewels taken. The haul included diamond earrings, necklaces and rings with a total value of around £40 million.
However, the thieves cannot simply sell these pieces as they are.
Experts think they're so recognizable that they would have to be broken up, which would dramatically reduce their value.
The gunmen were well aware that police could be waiting for them even at this early stage, so they brought out Petra Erna as a hostage while they waited for their getaway driver to arrive. Interestingly, they also fired a gunshot to clear the street. In Britain, police do not all carry guns, and only a particular section of them are allowed to use firearms. If an ordinary police officer was walking around, they would simply not be allowed to respond, and instead, he or she would have to wait for the specialist gun force to arrive. This sequence of events points towards an incredibly capable set of criminals. However, their methods of transport getting to and from the scene of the crime suggests otherwise. According to Good Morning America, the heist was so brazen, police say the men arrived at the store in a London taxi and made an incredible getaway, changing cars 3 times over a distance measuring less than half a mile. They crashed once, handed a bag of jewels to an accomplice on a motorcycle, and gave police the slip. Despite being right in the center of London, they traveled from getaway car to getaway car, and this
Chat, that's insane. It's just like a movie, chat.
keep the police off their scent. However, the fact that they were constantly moving from one vehicle to the other led to one of them losing their phone in one of the cars. This was a crucial mistake and led to them being caught by the old bill.
2 men appeared in court today, charged with carrying out Britain's biggest ever jewellery robbery. They're accused of conspiring to rob Graf Jewellers on New Bond Street. A 3rd man has been charged in connection with the incident.
However, none of the jewelry has been recovered from this heist, and it's unlikely that the criminals will ever divulge this information. Tacoma. Our next heist takes us to Tacoma, Washington, in what was one of the fastest bank robberies of all time. At one point, the criminal I'm about to discuss was an American hero. Luke Elliott Summer served time in the US Army, but in a strange twist of fate, he ended up using his military training to hold up a bank. Summer grew up in British Columbia, Canada, but holds dual...
Yeah, cause chat. One thing I've noticed is a lot of soldiers go to war, and then when they come back home, they don't have a single cent. They don't have money. They don't have a house. They're unemployed. So it's like so much stress and problems. You know, you go serve in the army and you come back and you're broke. Doesn't make sense, chat. Literally risk your life for your country and you have nothing to show for it at the end of the day in terms of actual facts and money.
citizenship with Canada and the US. He joined the US Army when he was just 17 in 2003, the very year that America led its invasion of Iraq. A year later, Summer spent time in Baghdad, and in 2005, he spent time in Afghanistan. When returning to America, he recruited people to join his training camp. On August 7, 2006, 4 men charged into a Tacoma branch of Bank of America carrying weapons. It was organized to every last detail. 2 of the men were holding handguns and were responsible for getting hold of the money. The other 2 carried AK-47s and were guarding the bank from outside. They all wore body armor too and carried plenty of ammunition with them. Summer was one of the men with a handgun leading the charge. A prosecutor of the case said if the police arrived, Luke Summer planned to go to war. The robbers were armed for combat. Summer continued shouting orders at the tellers to hand over the money, while one of the men guarding the entrance shouted out how much time had elapsed. Summer reordered the tellers to give them $20, $50, and $100 bills, and told them not to give any money with serial numbers or die packs that would be traceable. His assistant collected the money, and when it hit the 2 2-minute mark, the team's timekeeper shouted, "Let's go," and they fled the scene. They exited the bank with $54,011, taking them 2 minutes and 21 seconds.
That's pretty little, chat.
The gang used military precision in this robbery, but it was one fatal flaw that led them to being caught in 3 days' time. When they took off in their getaway vehicle, a bystander took down their license plate number and handed it over to the police. The bandits forgot to get rid of this license plate, and this was traced back.
Nah, chat. They were literally so smart in their whole planning until that. Nah. It really be the simple things that get them caught.
To the car of one of the gunmen. While the thieves I've spoken about earlier remained extremely tight-lipped when caught by the police, this guy was a lot more cooperative. He spilled the beans on everything that happened, leaving Summer and the rest of the team in hot water too. The bystander who foiled this plan may have prevented more than just one robbery. According to CTV News, Summer, then 20 years old, planned to use the proceeds of the robbery to start a criminal gang in BC that would rival the Hells Angels. Summer was sentenced to prison, but it is still not the end of this story. In 2008, he tried to hire a hitman to kill the attorney who got him convicted, and specifically requested to make it look like murder, not an accident. Thankfully, the hitman he hired was an FBI informant, which slapped another 20
Nah, chat, that's insane.
years onto his sentence for good measure. Hong Kong. Our next robbery takes us across to the Far East in Hong Kong, where $3 million worth of jewelry was taken in 90 seconds. In the popular Tsim Sha Tsui shopping district, a high-end store named VIP Watch and Jewelry was the unfortunate target of ruthless thieves. In July 2018, 3 masked men confidently charged inside at 10:45 a.m. The glass was smashed and many luxury watches were taken and placed into a bag. They took 34 Swiss-made luxury watches and 39 American-made bracelets, with a total estimated value of 23.5 million Hong Kong dollars, which is equivalent to $3 million US. No guns
I need it.
were seen at the scene of the crime. The culprits were simply armed with a knife and a retractable baton. Sadly, a male employee was injured badly by the baton and had to be taken to hospital after the robbery. He was speaking on his mobile phone when the robbers came in and may have said something to alert the other person on the phone that he was in danger. A source told the South China Morning Post it appeared the employee was beaten because the gang thought he tried to make a phone call. Customers and other staff were threatened with a knife, but whether the police were tipped off or not, this might not have made much of a difference. The thieves came and went in the space of 90 seconds. As quick as a flash, the robbers fled the scene onto the nearby Lock Road, where their getaway vehicle awaited. Superintendent Wong Chi said, "From our preliminary investigations, this getaway car is believed to have been stolen in Yuen Long District in March. The fact that this car was stolen months before the heist tells you just how much planning and preparation went into this 1.5-minute job." Another vehicle was also found on fire and is believed to be linked to the case. The police believe that the bandits handed over the jewelry to someone else while switching getaway cars, and afterward they made their way into mainland China. 2 of the men are believed to be Chinese and could speak fluent Cantonese. The other robber was of South Asian descent. Arrests were made weeks after the heist. All 3 men were believed to be caught by police, and a girlfriend of one of the men also turned herself in for her involvement too. However, the stolen goods have not been recovered. Paris. Our next robbery happened in Paris, the city of love. The Pink Panthers are very active in this city, and some even allege that they were involved in the high-profile robbery of Kim Kardashian. Instead of robbing a jewelry store, sometimes it is easier to simply mug an individual carrying expensive belongings. In 2014, thieves decided to put this to the test and rob a Saudi prince. On a quiet Sunday evening at around 5 p.m., Prince Abdul Aziz bin Fahd left the Four Seasons George V, one of the most expensive hotels in all of Paris. A premier room at this place will cost you nearly $2,200 a night. Having checked out, the Saudi prince was on his way to take his private plane at Le Bourget Airport, but would be interrupted along the way. As a royal family member, he did not travel alone and traveled in a convoy alongside security guards and aides. The lead car was a Mercedes van, which had some of his aides inside. However, this level of security did not seem to be enough. 8 masked gunmen driving BMWs swooped in and hijacked the Mercedes van. Without firing any shots, they made off
Nah, chat, that's wild.
with a briefcase. This Saudi prince had a briefcase
Nah, I feel like his security were in it, chat. Ain't no way.
stuffed with 250,000 euros in cash, which is about $335,000. As well as cash, they also took luxury watches and secret documents. Denis Foriat, a spokesman for the prosecutor's office in Paris, told news outlets the assailants blocked the car with 2 vehicles and asked the occupiers to get out of the car. Then they took the car and drove away. It took them a few dozen seconds to do that. So although there is no exact timestamp on this heist, the thieves did manage to snatch over $300K in the space of seconds. There are many suspicious aspects of this crime. Firstly, how did they know that the Saudi prince was carrying a suitcase full of cash? And second,
True,
How
chat.
did they manage to know the exact route that he would be taking?
Nah, I told you, chat. The security is definitely in on it, chat.
From his hotel to the airport. Foriat said it was led by criminals who seemed to know that there was money to steal and eventually knew in which car they would find it. When we hear that somebody has been robbed of their possession, our first instinct is to feel sympathetic toward them. However, the French public were not exactly shedding tears for this Saudi prince who found himself short of $250,000. The prince had just finished a 2-month vacation in Paris and was known for leading a lush and lavish lifestyle. An article in Le Monde contained comments such as, "The prince lost his day's pocket change," and another person wrote, "3 little minutes of production from their oil wells, tax included." Nonetheless, the French authorities took this incredibly seriously, and a year later, 9 men were arrested in connection with the heist. The convicts may have been linked with the Pink Panthers, and the fact that the theft was done so quickly and professionally certainly points to this. New Jersey. In New Jersey, we have not only one of the fastest robberies ever committed, but one of the biggest teams involved too. Virani Jewelers, a jewelry store in New Jersey, found itself suddenly swarmed by a total of 8 gunmen. One of the thieves appears to point a gun at a man near the entrance, while another took out a hammer and starts smashing the glass. The robbery happened at 7:45 p.m., which was minutes before the store was about to close. The thinking behind this may have been that there would be very few customers in the store at this point, and the workers may have also been caught off guard having spent the whole day at work. However, this happened in June 2022, so it was still broad daylight at that hour. In just 1 minute, 8 of the thieves run in, smash the glass, and stash jewelry in their bags. It's clear that these people knew what they were doing and did not hang around for long. They took what's believed to be $1 million worth of jewelry.
This is Little India. It is known as a major jewelry market. People come here from well beyond New Jersey, but tonight, many in this neighborhood are shaken as police hunt that group of suspects.
Little India specializes in Indian jewelry and is a popular shopping district for the South Asian community in not just New Jersey, but most of the East Coast. According to Fox News, the region attracts South Asian customers from Maine to Maryland. There are at least 10 to 15 other jewelry stores in the area, so it's a mystery why they chose this store and not the others. Local woman Misbah Chaudhry witnessed the crime and said how comfortable and confident they were. They came in like they owned the store. They're like, all right, everybody down, breaking stuff, filling up their bags, walking away like they had no worries in the world. Thankfully, the only damage caused was to the property at the store.
No serious injuries reported. Brittany, some of those business owners tell me tonight they plan to get together.
You all think they got away, chat?
And meet with the mayor come Thursday, Brittany, to talk about safety.
This robbery happened over a year ago, and there have been no further updates on who the culprits are and where the $1 million of jewelry has gone to. It is not understood which gang or operation they were involved with, but this seemed like a very professional job. Tokyo. The next robbery occurred in the city of Tokyo, a place which was at one stage home to the Comtesse de Vendôme, which is one of the most expensive necklaces in the world. The jewelry piece is composed of 116 diamonds, including a centerpiece 125-carat diamond, and is believed to be worth $31 million. But since 2004, nobody knows where this thing is. On March 5th, 2004, the Tokyo jewelry boutique Le Super Diamant Couture de Maki had some unexpected visitors. According to police reports, the robbery involved 2 men and 2 women. The men were expected to carry out the heist, while the women were on the lookout. Dodor Rasovic visited the boutique many times and posed as an eager customer. He was even shown the Comtesse de Vendôme by one of the staff, who believed that they could have their biggest ever sale coming soon at the store. Rasovic returned another day at 11:46 a.m., except this time he was accompanied by his friend, Alexander Radulovic. Radulovic had a pen and paper and looked to be writing something down, but he suddenly immobilized the clerk with pepper spray. Meanwhile, Rasovic broke the glass containing the Comtesse de Vendôme and snatched it for himself. Then both men ran out of the store and fled on motorcycles. The whole thing lasted less than 40 seconds. All 4 of them stayed at a hotel in Tokyo for a night before fleeing the country under fake Croatian and Czech passports. The next day, they boarded a plane for Paris and were thousands of miles away from the scene of the crime. The Japanese put all of their resources into finding the culprits, to the extent that they had 100 investigators working on it. 2 years later, 2 Serbian men were jailed in connection with the robbery. However, they refused to let the police know where the necklace is hidden or who they were working for. Rasevich even testified that it was an inside job and it was used to collect $100,000 worth of insurance money, something the authorities have refused to believe. One of the most surprising aspects of the crime is one of the women involved. Since the heist, Dorothy Fasola has been living in Scotland and working as a fish trader. In Aberdeen, she was known as a Fiat-driving seafood exporter who drove a hard bargain. On the other side of the world, she is believed to be the mastermind of one of the greatest robberies to ever take place in Japan. She was seen looking through jewelry shops in Tokyo days before the heist, and a Serbian prosecutor said, Serbian members of the gang were in charge of the dirty jobs, but the real person behind the whole operation was Fasola. She was very good at covering her tracks. It was only thanks to security cameras that Japanese police have been able to trace her and to figure out the identity of the mysterious lady. Fasola was extradited to Italy for a different robbery, but released in 2011. Ultimately, the necklace has never been seen since, and it's unlikely that it is still out there. While these thieves were in Tokyo, they used their hotel phone to make calls to Sri Lanka, and people suspected that the necklace was sold through the black market. By now, it's more than likely that the precious diamonds on this necklace were recut and resold. Brooklyn. At a high-end jewelry store in Brooklyn, $2 million worth of jewelry was taken in 38 seconds. At 5 p.m., 3 masked gunmen raided Facet's Jewelry in Park Slope, Brooklyn. They threatened to shoot a worker while smashing the cases and looting the place of its expensive jewelry. According to the store owner, Irina Soule, the guy reaches into his pocket and pulls out a hammer. I didn't even understand how a hammer could fit in there. And he says, and this is how you use a hammer. He smashed 3 of our main displays. Each of the 3 men had their own specific job. One man worked with the hammer, while another had a bag filled with jewelry. The third person, meanwhile, operated as a lookout. Soule says the whole thing lasted 38 seconds. They took 2.5 full cases of diamond engagement rings, newer pieces we've designed in-house, and pieces we've collected, Art Deco and Edwardian rings. But obviously, it was less about the jewels they were taking and more about the danger she and her staff found themselves in. Honestly, it's very scary. I couldn't even talk yesterday. I was hyperventilating, crying, sobbing, and shaking. Of course, they had put plenty of preparation into the heist. They knew exactly what cases to take from. They only took the big-ticket items.
The guy holding the door yelled, "What the are you doing? Don't move, I'm going to shoot." And that's when I was like, okay, you know, we're not moving, we're not doing anything, we're just quiet. None of us said a word.
The situation touches upon something high-end jewelers face on almost a daily basis. For a lot of these stores, you cannot simply walk in and be buzzed in by the staff. One of the men was buzzed in while the other hid behind. She did not want to deny him access to the store and let him straight in. A lot of jewelers will have to literally judge someone by their appearance and decide to not let them into their store. Soule said, I always like to give people the benefit of the doubt. It's difficult. You try not to racially profile anyone and not be judgmental or discriminatory. Since then, Soule has been nervous about opening the door up for anybody. I'm so frightened, I'm not even opening the door to my loyal clients, Soule said. I even recognize who they are, and I won't let them in. The store said that they will be hiring a security guard and increasing its security measures as a result of this robbery. This happened in January 2023, and nobody has been charged yet, so presumably, police are still actively looking for the culprits. Cannes in the south of France is world-renowned for its annual film festival, and in 2013, the Carlton Hotel experienced something straight out of a Hollywood film script. As this news report explains, it was a case of life imitating art.
And how about this? A brazen daylight multi-million-dollar jewel theft in the very hotel on the French Riviera that was the setting for a movie about a brazen jewel thief played by Cary Grant. It was all too real this time.
It was a special evening for the hotel.
The glamorous Carlton Hotel on the French Riviera is a favorite haunt of the rich and fabulously famous, which makes it a good place to exhibit diamonds, and turns out not a bad place to steal them either.
The exhibition was organized by the Leviev Diamond House, owned by Israeli billionaire Lev Leviev, and while the staff were loading the necklaces, the thief pulled off a speedy snatch and grab. He walked in with a gun and a scarf covering his face, and the staff simply had no other option but to hand it over. He did this all in the space of 27 seconds. The Carlton
is fast.
Hotel is located across a beautiful and busy seafront promenade. All the thief had to do then was simply blend in with the massive crowd outside. John O'Connor, a former head of the British police force, was almost full of praise about the criminal when speaking to CBS.
That's a classic way of getting away with it. Blend into the crowd. It's a brilliant piece of utterly simplistic, easy robbery.
Initially, the Carlton thought that the thief took €40 million worth of jewels, which is equivalent to about $43 million. However, they realized later on that it was €100 million worth of jewels that they had taken, or
Nah, that's insane.
$109 million. One French police officer told The Guardian, "Thieves see Cannes as rich pickings. A full and urgent operation is underway to catch the culprit and recover these jewels." Another police officer told the Nice Matin newspaper, "The raid took place in broad daylight at a time when hundreds of tourists were enjoying the sunshine. It could not have been more daring. The thief took advantage of the crowds and the fact it was Sunday and the atmosphere was relaxed. As you can imagine, the thief is suspected to be a member of the Pink Panthers, and the heist has all the characteristics of their trademark snatch and grab robberies. Some even believe that it could be connected to thieves from the gang who escaped a Swiss jail that Thursday. On July 25th, Milan Poperic was freed after fellow gang members rammed a gate and overcame security with AK-47s. Poperic is the third Pink Panther to break out of a Swiss jail in 2013. 10 days after the robbery, loss adjusters offered $1.3 million for information leading to the recovery of the stolen items and sent out released images of some of the stolen jewelry, but they have not heard a dicky bird since. Hong Kong, Part 2. Our final robbery takes us back to the beautiful city of Hong Kong. It was possibly the fastest amount of money a thief could possibly make, where they accumulated $3 million in just 10 seconds. In 2017, thieves targeted Chow Sang Sang Jewelry, which is also situated in the Tsim Sha Tsui district, except this time round, they did not even have to step foot inside the store to make the robbery. Expensive jewelry was on display by the window, and two thieves decided to take sledgehammers, smash the windows, and take all of the items in a bag. A third person was working with them and allowed them to flee on a motorbike. A police spokesperson said, "The stolen property includes a diamond necklace, jade earrings, a diamond bracelet, and diamond rings. They were both wearing face masks and hats, but the police concluded that they were not ethnically Chinese. Ultimately, they were done and dusted in the space of 10 seconds. So even if the clerk called the police may not have even picked up the phone by the time they were still there."
No, Chet, definitely.
9 pieces of jewelry were snatched in total. Apparently, they left an empty suitcase and a paper bag at the scene, which could prove useful for fingerprints. In September of that year, a woman was walking through Kowloon Park and noticed something sparkling in the ground. It was a diamond ring. She assumed it was fake and picked it up. However, when she got back to work, she realized that this diamond was found only 150 meters away from a jewelry store that was recently robbed. She thought it was a normal reaction to report it to the police and said her find was nothing worth reporting. She worked as a cleaner, so this piece of jewelry could have been life-changing for her, and thankfully the jewelry store did send her some gifts as a way of saying thank you. So
Chet, but it couldn't have been worth any millions. They probably gave her light pieces worth a few hundreds. She could have changed her life, Chet. Not gonna lie, she could have changed her life. That is insane. And Chet, so tired, Chet. I think that's gonna wrap up. That will definitely wrap up today's video, Chet. Today's live stream. Hope everyone enjoyed it, Chet. We took a look into different types of content, Chet. Let me know which one you enjoyed the most. And as always, it's been your boy Ray, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Oh, just a quick reminder, chat, I may not stream tomorrow because it's gonna be New Year's. Yeah, so see you all the day after, chat.